Oh, darn. So how's everybody feeling about what's been going on with all the hypocrisy and double standards? What do y'all think?
And boxes are open if you guys do want to come up and discuss anything.
You want to change the layout? Can somebody change the layout? You know how they do it at the top?
I can try. Hang on. I might end us all here, but I'll try.
I agree, Lotus. It's getting old.
Dog Digital, did you run the screenshots through ChatGPT first, or are they legit screenshots? Side character beef is played out and boring. I think side character beef is what's keeping us afloat right now. I mean, we're always being told that when a certain somebody is gone, we have nothing to do. I think the side characters are keeping us afloat.
No one will ever
Also,
know.
also, dog, make sure all identifiable information, times, dates, and names are crossed out. So you just see the words, but you don't know where they came from, who they came from, and when. Because we don't need to know any of that detail.
Nope. Not important.
This not.
So I'm going to hold myself accountability here. I don't know how to change the grid. So next one, tag in and try to change it.
I'm gonna see if
Hey,
I can figure it out.
Biz. Uh,
It's up to you, Crepe.
Oh,
if
I don't
you,
know what I
you
clicked, but
hold on, let's see.
Still work in progress, guys.
I can make a poll. Let's
hey, there's tips of how to run a show. Once you start a show, guests will take turns performing and engaging with viewers.
Oh,
I have no clue.
Oh, I changed blue. Sorry.
Hey, you're
what'd
one
you do
step
to her?
further.
I was choosing the big
Hey,
screen.
I did
Oh,
that.
you did it. You did it.
You
Damn.
did it.
I did it. Yay.
Um, that's
Right?
the thing. Who is the director, the board of directors, HOA? Like the HOA board of directors, I gotta mute.
Uh, who is that? I believe it's Lip. Lips is the board. We're good, Biz. How are you?
It is. I think
Who's going to
maybe.
issue the trash citations for the HOA?
I think the trash is taking itself out every day.
Is it?
I feel like the waste management people have quit, and no trash is going anywhere. It's piling up.
Ooh, couch rotting sounds fun, Biz. I like that.
Right?
Well, we were talking about accountability.
Talk about the hypocrisy that's going on. With okay for some people to do something and others can't, and it's okay to. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I don't even know where to start.
I agree with that. Absolutely. The hypocrisy is wild. The hypocrisy of saying one minute that somebody needs to be held accountable for something, but it doesn't apply to all.
And just knowing, like, when did it become where back in the day, like a year ago, not even a year ago. Oh, okay, I'll go back to about a year ago this time. If you didn't have receipts, like this, this is not doctor's receipts, not this or that. Like, if you didn't have something, you just shut the fuck up. But now it's like I can say whatever. I can say I know for a fact I saw so and so, and that person's there, and not have any proof. So you're supposed to believe me, or that person's not true. You're supposed to believe me because this game of telephone of so and so told me and so told me, it's getting out of hand.
It is, and that's how this has all gotten out of control and is getting so confusing and messy, is a lot of behind the scenes things are going on to be messy, and rumors are going out where no one has seen proof. Anyone repeating things as facts when there is zero proof and cannot provide the proof is a problem. We
What do
can't
you
sit here and throw stones at everybody and not hold ourselves to the same standards.
exactly, dog? Who cares about what other people think? If they want to throw their money down the toilet or light it on fire, let them. Let them. They look stupid. Who cares? It's not mine.
A game of Simon Says and telephone all at the same time. And it's little groups and cliques too. Like, no, no, over here for fact. Oh no, but I know this.
And
And nobody's communicating with one another. We're all just running on bullshit.
all these people are like in these groups and then they turn into like side groups and they're all like on the back end and they're all like branching off and they're all talking about each other. They're the problem. This is why this stuff is happening. They're all talking, and what's happening with that? It's turned into a fucking joke and a shit show. We do, pork chop. Exactly, just that long.
But how do you get back to the OG days, pork chops? Like, how do we, as a community, go back to the OG ways?
People would have to agree to stop taking someone at their word just because of who they think that person is on the internet and
Right.
actually only go off of proof. But it seems lately a lot of people like the
Bestie's here.
speculations. Um, they prefer the speculations because it fits the narratives better, narratives that they want it to be, rather than seeing proof of things.
And the same thing with like, body shaming. Body shaming was never okay. There would be the few, little super cartoon things that would pop up. But it was never okay to like, you know, degrade a woman for her looks. That was like always off limits. And now it's like it's turned into a big thing where we can bash everybody from their teeth to their looks to, whatever. And it's not right. That and other things.
Seems the body shaming is still only frowned upon on certain
Certain
people.
people.
Some are free game, some are off limits.
You can't body shame the ones that are popular, but it's okay to body shame the ones that we don't like.
It's middle school behavior, yet I'm not pointing you out, just a cat mom. I'm saying when I go to visit different lives and I sit there quietly and read the comments, people are laughing. People are clapping. People are thinking that it's fucking hilarious at that moment in time and then go back and say, oh no, that was horrible to body shame that person in that manner.
Mm-hmm. But what is it anyone's business what you do to your own? Nobody's business what you do. If you're going to talk about something, you need to have like proof to back it up. Like you can't just make accusations without anything to follow up on. You know what I mean? Like you can't just put the sky is purple, but don't go outside and look. Take my word for it. Trust me.
Oh, I love that, Pikachu.
Yeah, I recall people being really upset for Aaron speaking a way about women, but for some reason it's allowed by other males in the community. Just because they're, I guess, on our side, whatever people want to call side. I don't consider myself on a side. Um, but it's being accepted by some, but it's not okay on the other side. None of it makes sense. It's all hypocrisy. It's all a double standard. And if we want to act like we're on the moral high ground of right and wrong and people should be doing this and that with their kids, then you should probably have morals yourself and have standards that you hold yourself and your friends to. I don't care who I'm friends with. If I disagree morally with something, I'm going to say something. And someone as my friend, I expect them to call me out if I am out of line. It's never okay. You hold your friends accountable and you expect them to listen to you because they respect you.
Dog digital.
I
What?
think, and I think that's the biggest issue that I have. Like when all of this started a few days ago for us, we didn't agree with the actions of a certain person. We did a little digging. We found out information that we weren't comfortable with sitting with that person. And we blocked. And it's been going on for days and days. Other creators are getting involved. Like, I don't understand it. It's like you're getting into a mixture of a friend's fight. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm able to block and cut someone out of my life if I want to. So why do I have to explain things or how I act to anyone? That's nobody's business. That's my platform. I didn't do it in your room.
Because did you run it through the chain of command?
No, and the chain of
That,
command can kiss my fucking ass at this point, to be honest.
right.
I am going to
Revs,
put
you
it
should
that way.
know. I am the one that denied her a box that day, and then she went running to your live. Not
Yeah,
once did I
we
go explain myself to you on why I didn't give your friend a box because I don't agree with her. Like, I don't understand why that's being expected of people.
No, exactly. And listen, I have enough documentation that I can ruin her and her reputation here and that of the creator that's protecting her, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not that type of person.
And see, this is what I was just speaking on earlier off the app is I'm not understanding how if you make an acquaintance or a friend on this app and you guys are talking off to the side and let's say I'm sharing personal information with you. Let's just say hypothetically, I can't pay my rent this month. I'm about $300 shy, this, that, or the other. Why then? Because at one point we were talking and we were friends or acquaintances, and I thought I could share things with you. Why then is it okay to turn around and chuck somebody under the bus? Like, oh, this bitch didn't have enough money. She's dry begging. Da 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 da. How did this just turn into dry begging when I thought we were cool and I thought I could just talk to you about normal shit?
I thought we weren't supposed to be pocket watching. That's what I heard a rule was.
My thing is like people are okay with certain things that they see and hear while they're friends, and then when they're not friends, it's like, oh, we're gonna blast this bitch.
Right, but they didn't hear me when I said that I would never see her without a roof over her head and I would take care of it if I had to.
And that's between like you and her.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But like when you get somebody like running their mouth and they're using the situation to get in a box and cry and then tell you that, say that you're going to be the reason why they're not sobriety, but they're, oh, so sorry, what is it? Their recovery is in jeopardy and you're going to do it. That's just fucking wrong, man. Don't blame me for that. Blame your actions for that.
No, and that's on them.
We're
They
supposed to
shouldn't
be in
be.
control of our own triggers, right? Isn't that what we say?
Yeah.
And that applies. People have to be in control. When the app is getting to be too much, they should step away.
Right? Don't we tell them they need to go touch grass?
Yep.
If this app is affecting you that much, you need to go touch grass. You need to take a break and go touch some grass.
Okay, I'm going to step down because I'll
Oh,
probably say
great.
more than I want to say or need to say. So I'm going to step down. But thank you guys for the box.
No
Absolutely.
problem. Also, I just want to say if you are if you get up in boxes, then don't complain later when you're posted in someone's box that you may not have agreed with. Maybe be
Do
careful
not
who boxes you
consent.
get at.
I don't
And that
consent to being photographed in this box. Y'all hear
that
me?
was not at you, Lips. You just left the box. That was not at you. I'm just saying in general, you
Don't
should
be
probably
messaging me.
be mindful of whose box you jump into. Know who
Who
they
knows what's
are.
hiding? Just smile.
But that's another thing, though. If we look at it on the flip side, there are people that have been up in boxes. We don't really know anything about everybody in this quote unquote community. Then you look back and you're like, well, shit, I didn't know that about somebody who was holding all this information about this person. Oh, we're holding it until we get upset with, and then we're going to let it all out. Oh, Biz wants a box.
Biz just left alive.
Inviting you now, Biz.
And dog, I mean, she wasn't. She Drama Twins was right on, was spot on. May not agree with everything with them, but that they weren't lying. You can't say that somebody that we've been talking about for years is doing stuff, and then you're doing the same flipping shit. I'm getting so tired of people getting a person getting dragged, and I'm not a supporter, I'm not anything, but don't be doing the same shit. Yes, same. She got there and said, I think what a lot of people were thinking. If somebody, I'm not talking about her, but I'm sure everybody's smart enough to figure out what I'm going to say. Somebody was in their home with their child and they were smoking the devil's lettuce with their children in the house. That other person would have been dragged. But it's okay for others because we like them. I'm so tired of it. How is that okay? Because we like this person. It's okay that they do this.
And that's the thing. That's the double standards that are being done. If we're saying things based on our moral standings, on how we feel and what's right and wrong, it applies to everyone. The same rules have to apply. You can't pick and choose on who it's okay to do something wrong and who it's not. Like none of this is making sense. None of it.
Exactly. Donna.
And the
Everybody,
bottom line is the child is off the fucking app.
that's
Are
what
people
everybody
not
says.
happy with that? Are people not happy that he's not being exploited by his parents, but instead he's being exploited by the internet? We're the ones doing it. And I say we loosely. I'm not posting him, but this community, we're all lumped together. Stop
Exactly.
posting about a child that isn't on the app. We seriously thought it was hilarious that she didn't know what a digital footprint was. And we thought it was so funny. We knew and she didn't. Do y'all still not know? And not y'all in the chat specifically, just the people that are still doing it. Do they not recognize they have a digital footprint too? And that is connected to that child. The things being put out by other people is not okay. It is not okay for that to be linked to him for the rest of his life. I don't care about her. I do not. It doesn't change that she is a piece of crap. It does not. But he didn't deserve it from her and he doesn't deserve it from us. That's unfair. Okay, I made a joke of showing him, but how is it okay that everyone's demanding that it be proven that he's there or not? That is an overreach. That is internet. We're all strangers. It's the dark web, right? It all links to the dark web. So why is it okay to demand that she show that child?
Do,
That is the complete opposite of what we've all said we wanted. But I don't think that's what everybody truly wants. They want the shit show. They want her back. They want her to keep doing it. People were calling for wellness checks while she's diamond arting. Are we for real? She wasn't even doing anything. She was boring. Why do that stuff?
Exactly, dog. We have to choose to be better, especially when we're holding her to a certain standard. Why does it only apply to her and nobody else? Why? Why is it okay to say, I want this child to say my name to prove that he's home? That is fucking weird.
Personally, for me, the justice for Cam went out the window when people started sitting with Karen that condoned the abuse that we all say we're outraged about. Let's be fucking honest. People are sitting with Karen. She stood there in that house. She lied about what happened that day when asked about it. But we care about the child. But we're holding Karen's hand and giving her a pass when she did the same thing to her own child. She put her child in danger for a TikTok stranger, basically. I don't care if they knew each other in real life there. She brought Gabby into her home as a TikTok stranger around her child. But we're holding her hand and we're praising her for being so good for that baby. Bullshit. She lied. Do y'all realize she had to have lied when she was interviewed? She was approved to babysit while she had a job, right? Do y'all think that she was telling CPS anything against her? No.
nope, time out. When she muted the live for Gabby, that day she called the police department to make sure that they came to make sure he was okay. So,
And she's a damn lie. We showed that last week or whatever day that was. We did show the proof. She also said that she took her own child out of the room so that she wouldn't be there. Her child wasn't there that day. She's lying in everybody's faces and it's being allowed.
We showed the proof in our live last time.
I know I was
Yes.
being sarcastic,
I know.
maybe.
I'm talking to
I just don't
Tina.
want people, if people missed it last time, I don't want them to think that that actually happened. But it's just, I don't understand. She is openly lying about things that there's proof for. We all sat here as a community and were disgusted by the way she interrogated her child on Gabby's front porch. But it's all forgotten now. It doesn't matter anymore. It's okay that she's a shitbag parent just like Gabby, right? Now she's better because she's not with Gabby. Shit parents are shit parents no matter who they're friends with. I don't know if anybody else realizes this.
No, Brandy, Karen did not call. Karen didn't do anything that day.
They hugged goodbye at the end of the live and said, "Okay, I'll see you soon. Love you."
What Dog Digital said speaks it all. If you have to take your child out of the room, this is what she said. You should have been intervening.
Hmm.
We know we know Chloe wasn't there. We know that was a lie. We know all that. We know she didn't call the cops. But
Lucifer.
what you were saying was true, and you had to take your child out of there. Hmm.
So bad you were concerned about your child, but you weren't concerned about the child whose hands were being put on him, right? But this is the problem. Why claim to be better, claim to be the almighty, claim to be trustworthy people and good people, but hold the hand of people like Karen and Mel. People can't be serious with this.
Can this feed into the dry begging situation as well? Like,
Sure.
who's a dry beggar? Who's not a dry beggar? Who's allowed to have GoFundMe's? Who's allowed to get support if they need something? an Amazon wish list, etc. Because I straight up heard in Karen's live yesterday that her car is not running. Anybody else hear this? I mean, I have to see her 5 days a week, 2 times a day, some days. I'm going to tell you right now, she drove that little car up to where she needed to be and drove that little car right on back to where she was going. But yet we're telling the internet that it's not running.
It's a miracle.
And
Dun, dun,
Dr. Jill, yeah,
dun.
they do want information on Gabby, but like I don't understand why it's okay and acceptable and almost praised to play nice with someone who is just as bad and helped keep this child in that position even longer by helping cover things. You know, like it doesn't make sense. It goes completely against what is being claimed to stand for. Either you stand for child against child abuse or you support it. Like Karen supported it. Supporting Karen is the same thing. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand why all of this back end bullshit matters so much and needs to be everybody's business because it's not. It's truly not anybody's business. If it was happening behind the scenes, whatever. You, people are choosing to associate with others that are being messy, and then you're shocked when it's messy. Like, what? You didn't expect it to be messy when you're having back end conversations with everybody on TikTok. Shit's going to come out. It's not, it shouldn't be shocking.
And how I think what keeps sticking in my head from yesterday, from last night, from that shit show, is how can somebody, we saw the words verbatim from the person's own mouth. I know for a fact. And then it was put onto somebody else. Like it was just sugar coated over because this person, we got to protect her. Why? Why do we have to protect certain people? I don't understand.
Shanann, do you know you're in a box?
Hello? I don't think they know.
All right.
Goodbye.
I disconnect them. If they wanted one, they can request again.
Goodbye.
But yeah, certain people shouldn't be protected just because of who they are or who they're friends with. Morals are morals. It shouldn't waver. And I'm over it. I'm tired of people being upset when it's done to this side, but think condone it when it's done on another side. Like, we're fucking adults, right?
Miss Kravitz, it's rules for thee, not for me. I'm going to put that in my rule book
Yeah.
That should be the
pamphlet.
title.
That might be the title of the pamphlet. It's
I
rules
like
for
it.
thee, not for me.
And I don't care what the skunk over there is doing. I honestly don't. I don't. I don't give a fuck. Let her do whatever. And along with the other one, let them. And as for people's money, well, people want. They're making money. I don't agree. I don't agree. Me personally, in my opinion, if you're going to talk about Jan, I don't think that you should ever kiss them because you're validating everything that she said that you're making money off of her. That's just how I feel. Other people feel differently, and that's fine.
And if people are going to
But
make
don't blast
money
other
off of
people
it,
for doing it, though.
they can't call Gabby a liar when she says people are making money off of her. That's part of the problem too.
Exactly.
It is happening. And if people are okay with it happening, that is their choice. But you can't call her a liar about things she's not lying on. That makes us stupid. That
And
makes us incredible. Like we're not credible at that point.
and just like well, people are going real life on her, and then everyone's like, nobody's going real life on her. Well, I mean,
They
Some
are.
people are.
They are. There are people going real life.
Maybe your group isn't, maybe that group over there isn't, but this group over here most definitely might be. And there are stragglers somewhere along the way that none of us associate with that are some ninjas out there doing some weird shit. And we all have to admit, yeah, some crazy shit happens out there.
And that's the thing. People that have been around longer than 9 months or a year do recognize that there are multiple groups inside of this anti-drama twin shit, that there are sides that do too much, that go too far. So it's not always a lie, but when we're trying to say that she's lying about these things, but then we're lying about other things, we no longer have credibility as a whole. If she's a liar, then we're a liar if we can't admit that it's lies. Like,
Yeah, I think a
this
lot
is
of
a
people
brain
have
fuck. Anyone
forgotten.
else?
I think a lot of people have forgotten that there are tables. Okay. We are not one whole anonymous or group.
Oh, we're not breaking bread.
Accountability. We're not, we don't sit at one table. There used to be tables and you knew where
Becky,
you sat.
Becky, do you know you're in a box?
Right, Georgia girl? You've been around for a long time, just like we have.
A lot of people lately have assumed we're one whole community. That's not how that works.
It used to be so everybody knew where you came from, and now it's just all blurred. And you knew what group was doing what, but now we're all lumped together. And I mean,
Oh my God, Lucifer.
Exactly, Lucifer.
oh my god.
And now we blame Lucifer when we're all canceled. Everybody point at Lucifer. They did it. They crossed the line, people. It was them. We are not responsible for what Lucifer said.
Exactly,
Oh,
OG.
hey, Spread. How's it going?
I
Oh,
kept
yeah, no.
asking.
Ugh.
I kept asking for a Rapture redo yesterday. Yeah, my friend.
They're gone. No point in tagging them. They'll come
Exactly,
back on another
girl.
one.
It feels like it's like a competition. Like who's got the God? Everybody blocked her.
Did Spread not get the memo that this live isn't necessarily about G? It's about Steve.
Obviously not.
Oh, okay. Okay. I wasn't sure.
They must be running on bullshit too. Look at that. Shocker.
Show your proof, Spread. Show your proof. Oh, speaking of Spread, this is a great gateway into this one.
Oh God.
What? Don't oh God me.
It made me
Uh,
nervous.
I'm going to go with it was okay for Karen to dox my telephone number and for Spread Love to make an account blasting all of my children. Or it could have been Gabby or it could have been Karen. Not really sure. Don't really care anymore. But my point of it is we make such a huge deal when it's one creator that this has happened to, but all the rest of the Peabodies out there, this has also happened to. Because I've seen several creators on here and nobody gives a shit that their families were doxxed or their telephone number or their address or anything like that. Why is it only, oh my goodness, they did this to this person. We shall get our pitchforks out and go after them. And the other
Oh yeah.
people, it doesn't matter.
You're not on the list.
Oh,
You're not at that table.
Yeah.
shit. All right. Well, I tried. I
Maybe be
tried.
nice and ask for a chair. I don't know. Maybe somebody could scoot over.
I think they enjoy the elbow room. I don't know. I just
But who is the elite? Like, are the people that we're calling the elite the ones that we're running off of their opinion and allegedly? And I have nothing personally against the person, but let's stop with your word being what everybody's believing because you're credible. But how are you credible without anything to be credible with? You know what I mean? There's no
Oh,
proof.
I
We're
have a
just going
question.
to take your word.
Got a
Okay.
question.
Oh God.
Did you raise your hand?
Yeah, actually, I am sitting in my garage right now with my hand raised. I actually am because um, we're going to talk about the way the system works. How does one obtain overnight visits and be on supervised visits at the same time? Anybody got that answer?
Oh, oh, good question. Ding,
I'm
ding,
just
ding.
curious. How are we having unsupervised and supervised at the same damn time?
You don't know how that works?
No, no,
Oh, I don't either.
yeah. Because when I was given my sibling by CPS when I was adult and they were a minor, that was absolutely not allowed.
Ash says it does happen.
Really. Um, because the way it worked was the child was removed because the person was shit and a danger. So until they met standards and complied with certain things to show they were working towards better, the child was not going to be traumatized back and forth. So you start with supervised visits once you reach that point and you work your way up to unsupervised.
But in the same, well, Ash down here in the comments says that it can happen, that she works in the field and no. So how? Can you come up in a box?
Yeah. Can
Because
you explain how
that's
that works then?
amazing.
Because I'm truly not understanding.
Not to put you on the spot, but just to explain how it works, because none of us are in that field.
Because in my mind, if you are at a level where you are required to be supervised on visitation, you wouldn't be trustworthy to have unsupervised overnights.
And then you have Jeannie saying that you have to work your way back into bettering yourself. So you're
Hmm.
telling me within 48 hours, they're already whoop, bloop, all better, kissed your boo boo. Like, I don't understand that either. Oh, mommy is 7.
I accept it. Oh, there it
Hey
is.
guys.
Hey.
Okay, so I was a foster mom for 5 years. I adopted two through the system. They came home at 5 days old each. I had a sibling set of three. We got the little boy first at 6 weeks, took the 2.5-year-old from another family to keep them together, and then eventually she had another baby, and that baby came home at 2 days old. We had them for over 3 years. They were all due to DV. Mom, amazing. Um, she was in a DV relationship at the time that they were removed. She didn't know, young, in love, thought they could fight it together. He never got it together. She did. She worked the system. She did what she was supposed to. She got DV help, went into a shelter. In the beginning, their plan was to kind of manipulate and then want and still be together. That's how come the newborn ended up coming with us, because they did let her take the newborn home. But then they figured out what had happened. He was there at birth, so on, etc. They figured, okay, this is just a sham. Once she was away from him, she did get to see that, oh, okay, I can have a better life. Like this, I got to do what's right for my kids. He's not what's right. She got unsupervised visits. He didn't. He never got unsupervised visits. His rights were terminated for all six. There were six children. Three were from a previous, and then the three with her. Um, and so she got unsupervised. He didn't. She got unsupervised, broke that, met up with him, lost her unsupervised. We were then placed in adoption, um, then got a new worker within 4 weeks, pulled out of adoption, and they were reunited with mom. She's doing great now. She learned, I can't say learned her lesson, but I think he manipulated his way back in, tried to prove that he had changed. So it happens. I
So,
do
but she
think,
did have to earn, like, she had to do things in order to gain that unsupervised for herself, right?
yes,
That's what I'm, that's
if
what we
she,
were asking about, as far as like,
In
how is it so instant to have over unsupervised overnights, but still
a
be
couple
on
days.
supervised visitation?
well,
In a couple of days.
she refused to leave in the beginning. That's the only reason why they were all taken. He called on himself for the three
Okay.
older ones, and then a lot went into it. But if she would have removed herself from the get-go, either number one, they wouldn't have been placed in care, or two, she would have been given unsupervised from the get-go. I can only speak from what I know and what I've seen. We've had 21 kids come through my home since March of 2020.
That's
So when
amazing.
I tell you we have been through it all, we have been through it all. Even a 14-year-old with a 3-month-old baby.
Um,
We've been through it all. Um, you have in that situation, only my opinion. I'm not a professional. I can only state what I have seen and what I know about the system. You have one in that situation, you have one that is kind of probably perceived or looked at, or if evaluate whatever, deemed unsafe, mentally unstable. And you have another one that he may not be the best, he may be arrogant towards them, but he's not deemed unsafe. So it's very possible. I'm the one that got in Pink's box. I do think he does have unsupervised visits.
Even though he was not compliant, it was stating that he was not compliant. And that's why
Well,
I'm not even saying that's accurate, that he wasn't compliant. All I'm saying is based on the information that people have put out there. If he is not being compliant, how would he be viewed as safe to be compliant and follow rules that would be placed on him with him and Gabby still in the same home?
because they kind of, I know that this is crappy, but it really does happen. They kind of give them rope to hang themselves. I've said this for the last 5 years, and me and my husband have sat and talked about it, and we made a promise that we wouldn't speak out or say anything until our daughter's adoption was final. It was finalized 2 weeks ago today. And when I tell you the system is not designed for these children, it's designed for the parents. When parents aren't reunited with their children, it's because they absolutely did just not do anything at all. Now, he could be, in his case, it could be argued he's not the cause of this. It's her. He can argue, manipulate. There's so much that could go into play. He could have won unsupervised visits, and they're gonna do it. We had another little girl that just went back a year ago. It'll be a year June. It was just yeah, a year ago, June 28th. Um, her her dad, um he complied in the beginning all the way, and he worked his way up. He messed up. He had biomom on FaceTime. He went to go meet biomom. He did all the things. We found out it was all over social media. We had to file a gag order to get biomom. She was going on talk shows, you guys. She was on podcasts. When I tell you, a nightmare. And it was all proved. And we still had a social worker that said he's meeting the bare minimum requirements, slapped his hand. She went home. She went home. Within the first week that she was home, he had 37 calls to CPS made on him by her, by Bioma, because he opened that door. They went to go terminate her rights. He turned around, reversed it, and then filed for child support, and then opened up that door again. CPS was there to handle and to help, but that's just what he chose to do. So now he's stuck with a nightmare. So it does, and I mean, he was an addict when she was born, went into a recovery home. Within 18 months, didn't even have a year sober. He regained custody. It happens.
there's so many things that happen that will make you like, are you kidding me? But there, I mean, when you're, that's just what happens. So his attorney can argue, look, he's just brought into this mess. The same thing that would be required, the same thing that are being required of him would be the same things being required of a father that is not living in the home.
So to just circle back around, well, really fast, I want to thank you
Oh
for
no, no,
sharing your
don't
story.
thank me. Don't, no, 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 no. That's no, 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 no. That kids need it, and the system needs to be designed to help them, and it's not. It's the complete opposite.
It made sense.
But to circle back around to kind of the original question, how is it possible for one moment to have custody? Am I saying this right, Blue? To have custody, but at the same time,
But wait, hang on. Well, technically removed because he wasn't, the claims are that he wasn't returned.
In my opinion, that night when Aaron showed him, I'm just going to say it. I don't think he was supposed to be there. That's why I think the ex parte motion was filed, and they were back into court by Tuesday.
Hang on. No, I'm sorry. I don't, these are, these would be court things that are not public that are regarding a minor, right?
Hmm.
Family court. Nobody should have access to those.
Oh, exactly.
So I don't want to speak on those
Okay,
because
but
those, in
that's
my
just
mind, that's private. That is not anything that Gabby has brought to the internet. And I feel like it's wrong for others to be bringing that stuff to the internet because it is still hearsay because people shouldn't have access to those orders.
and those are the
the
things we say we
overnight
need proof.
visit being granted from the jump start is I've never seen that. 21 kids, I've never, ever, ever seen that. That I can say. Overnights. Now, unsupervised, I've seen it. Um, okay, did the DNA? I've seen it within I want to say maybe 12, 16 weeks. And but it still took 18 months to regain custody back. Some cases are faster than others, but overnights granted right off the jump for one parent. Also, I have to state this. I don't know how it is in Florida. I live in California. Um, you cannot displace a parent for a child's well-being. So meaning you can't say, I'll leave the home so my husband can keep the kids. You can't do that. They can't displace a parent to shelter a child. The child will then go to family or to foster care, a foster home. Then, once you get your ducks in a row, you're able to get your own home, become stable, prove that you're broken away, prove that you're not together. Then you can have visitation in your home and overnights. And so that's only where I live, but you can't displace a parent to shelter a child.
Can I just say this, and I don't mean to interrupt you, Mommy of Seven,
No, you're
but
fine.
people in the comments, you're talking about how she releases this stuff, but in the same breath, people will say that she doctored this stuff. So if you're believing what she puts out, um, to me that's a problem because then people they're like, oh, she released this, and then oh nope, it's fake. Look at this. Look at this error. Look at this error. Look at this error. That's not real. That's not real. Like we can't have it both ways.
It's selective picking and choosing what people want to believe. Either someone is a liar or they are not. And I think that's where this is getting super messy. And honestly, what I said wasn't to speculate where that child is because where that child is none of my fucking business.
Oh,
Honestly,
exactly.
it
I
is none of our
100%
business.
agree with
Sticking
you.
up for her, dang it.
I'm just glad he's
This
not on
is the
the app. And I think
hypocrisy and the double standards. That's what we're
yes,
talking about. Fuck
it's
no.
not
We
about
don't stick up
sticking
for
up
her
for
or support
Gabby.
her.
Do y'all not understand? This is not about her. It's about the child, right? So trying to protect the child is sticking up for her. How? I just said if she's a liar with all of it. That's not sticking up for her. That is about the child being blasted on this internet when he has none of our business when he's not on here.
And
Like,
all of
this is
you
where
that are
you
saying
people
that
get
he's
stuff
safe,
twisted.
the ones that are saying that, oh, now he's safe and he has a home that loves him and taking care of him, how the fuck do you know he's not with some psychopath? Have you not heard all these horror stories about foster care? And nothing against foster parents, but there are cases out there. You don't know that he's in a loving home. You don't even know that he's not there.
Well, like I
Can we
told
stop
Lips,
that?
not to talk about him, but just to talk about, just to give facts, period. When you take a child from a chaotic home life, loud, and I'm just giving examples. I'm not even talking directly about him. But when they come from just chaos or rug use or no food, etc., reasons why children are removed, and you place them in a quote unquote normal home where parents and families sit at a dinner table, where there is bedtime, there isn't electronic raising the child, where parents pour into their child, ask them how their day is, show them affection. That is so hard on that child. They don't understand it. You become the enemy. Visitation days are hell. They're mad at you because you're keeping them from their mommy and daddy. They don't know why when they're with you for 2+ years. They don't know why their old mommy doesn't like their new mommy. Their minds are just running nonstop, and they're the only ones that are hurt. When the foster parent is loving and they want to give that child all, and the child is so full of anger because they don't know how to openly accept it. They don't know why this is happening and they're lashing back. All you want to do is cry and hold a child that won't let you hold them. And you have to try and wake up every day to regain their trust. And finally, when the trust is there and they feel welcome and they feel part of something, then a court hearing happens, a case plan changes, and the cycle starts all over again. That is what foster parents that are doing it for the right reasons, that is what we go through. And that is what the child is the only victim. People can feel bad for the parents. I know there's different situations. I've been on the other side, but I've been that one holding that child. I've been that one where the child is so tired of having to talk in therapy. I've been that one, and it is so hard for them. So for someone to think that he just got placed from here to here and life is just great is it's a delusion, because it's not. I had a social worker sit in my living room and tell me, for having children for 3 years that we were in adoption for, that I was giving them a false sense of reality because they took family pictures with us. What was I supposed to do? Have them off to the side? No, they were part of our family, and that they had Disneyland passes, that I was giving them a false sense of reality because I knew their bio mom wasn't going to be able to do that.
That's sad.
And all you're doing is trying to love this child, especially if you have bio parents they're mad at the world. You could look at all the patterns. 90% of them, it's never their fault. It's never their fault. It's the internet, it's their baby daddy, it's the baby daddy's new girlfriend, it's the friend that got mad, it's the nurse that looked at them sideways. It's not them on drugs, it's not rug, sorry. It's never their fault. It's always somebody else's fault. Meanwhile, you have a child that has no idea what the HE double toothpicks is going on. And he doesn't know why all of a sudden he or she is only getting 2 hours with their mom and dad, and they can't go be with their dog, their cat, their brother, their sister. They don't know. And that is the reality. You could take a child from the worst case scenario, no food, um, black and blue from head to toe, and place them with Mother Teresa herself. And it would be HE double toothpicks on that kid because he's not used to it or she's not used to it. And that's the reality.
And the reality is, nobody knows what's going on in that home, and it's nobody's
Mhm.
business.
Exactly.
The child's not being shown. That's what everybody wanted. Let's move on. Let's stop talking about it. Let's stop making exceptions. If the parents go live and you hear the child, let's not say it's recording because this is getting ridiculous. Like the conspiracy theories and all the stories, and that's on them. She's not showing them anymore. That's what everybody wanted. Let's stop. Find somebody else to go on. I thought they found somebody, and they saved the children. Good job. Like, it's just time. I think it's time for people to move on, and people don't want to move on. And now they're all fighting with each other and calling each other out. I've seen this before with other creators. When the creator goes away, the group blows up and it gets nasty.
Yeah, like we know like Gabby's still going to be spoken about. And that's fine, but the problem is that a lot of the speaking about her is connected to him. It's still being discussed about his whereabouts and things that are still happening behind the scenes that she's not even putting out there. So like I thought that was what the whole big new leader meeting was about, was to leave him out of it. The speculation as well. They the speculating about him is not about her. Like that is going too far. People want to shit talk the way she diamond arts whenever she comes back on, clam slamming, whatever. That is what it is. And he's not there, right? Like when he's it's during the day and it's assumed he's at school, like that has nothing to do with him. The focus should be on her, not about he is being spoken about when it's being speculated on where the fuck his whereabouts
I
are.
was about to say, wasn't there a live not too recent or recently that had, I don't know, 3K people up in there listening to, I don't know. I have no clue. Maybe I don't know. Somebody correct me here. What do you mean he's not being spoken about?
Yeah,
Literally,
like it always reverts back to that. It's about what's going on in court and whether people like it or not. Anything that's still happening with court is in family court because it's about him.
Oh, right there. Who just said that? Substantial. The problem is some people think they deserve to know where he
Yes.
is, and they don't.
Yeah. We are entitled to what she puts on the app. If she's not putting him on there, we're not entitled to that. She doesn't have to prove anything to us. We can snark about her all day long if she's on live showing whatever shit show and paper towel thing she's doing. Like,
Stella, did you mean to be in a ball? Okay,
I don't think she would.
I don't think
Um,
so. If you did, just request again.
and the basis of this live is to talk about the hypocrisy that's going on and the double standards, and wanting to
yeah.
like understand how is it okay for people to do one thing but not for the other to do it, whether it be their parenting or their look or their money or anything.
I do need a lot.
Sandy, yeah, you're right. I do.
Me
I'm
too.
actually like bored out of my mind. I got puppies napping.
Why don't you join a box with
Yeah.
us?
You're here. You don't have one either.
You're
You're
here.
welcome to join. Seems like you maybe have some ideas. You want to like brainstorm what we can do with our lives?
Yeah, I don't have a life, so I need ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, you see us maybe once a week up in here, but you know,
Yeah. Hit and
all
miss.
the
Dang it, too. Dang it.
I bet Sandy sits up in all the other ones, and they
Oh
don't
yeah.
need a life.
Hmm.
Just
Probably not.
Exactly.
Hypocrisy.
Exactly what
I
I'm
don't
Uh,
talking
agree with
about with
anybody
that.
sending anything to her house. I really don't. And I
No,
also
it's
think
fucking
it's
weird.
wild that Swifty has lied about her involvement with both of these twins, and people eat that shit up and don't think that her lies matter.
Right. The problem is that people seem to miss or don't know is it's not just that she sent a grocery order. Uh, Swifty has called her. She's left voicemails. She sent her messages for weeks. She tried to fake a cup order. It was just a trick.
Isn't that weird? Didn't she make a video about that? But although she stated she didn't do it,
Yeah.
shortly after you posted that video, correct?
Who's pumping
And
up the neighbor?
Velcro, I'm not pumping up any neighbor. That shit's weird to me. I'm not like it's fucking weird to me.
Velcro, I am a neighbor, a distant neighbor, but I live here in Cape Coral. Um, Listen, if you're gonna go check her out, I'll say it loud. Keep that shit on the DL. Don't nobody need to be going to tell people the next biggest story as to what's going on.
Come on, Musa, I totally agree. Angela
Yeah,
sent the poop. Everybody knows that. Angela admitted it in a box that she sent the shit.
but let's
Triple
also
admitted that she
point
sent
out
the poop rolls.
Mel herself tried to say what in the last week or two that Gabby did that. It was a setup that Gabby did, even though we all know Angela admitted to sending shit to Gabby's house. But Mel sat on that because she doesn't have anything to expose Gabby for. So she's just spewing out lies, and Mel's being allowed to lie too because certain people love Mel.
I'm sorry.
Like, Mel's a
I'm sorry
shitbag.
to cut you off. I'm sorry. Sports mom, you wrote none is the neighbors besides X has gone by. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. We're not saying Darlene didn't show up because she was concerned about welfare. We're saying Karen, who supposedly has a friend that works at a post office, is giving back information. That's not weird. Karen's
And
driving
feel that
by,
other way.
collecting videos and letting people know. Zenial is not the only neighbor. Not the only neighbor. So if we're going to call them out for the hypocrisy, let's call them all out. Is she going too far? I'm just
Right. How
asking.
is she going too far, though? How?
She doesn't have a postal worker that she's getting information back from. She hasn't showed up to a door and has knocked on it. This is the hypocrisy of it all.
Right.
Karen contacted the landlord, for fuck's sake. That's not
My
going
content is all
away.
about G.
Her content is not all about G. Her content has music on it. It has swimming. It has friends
Right.
stays over where she invites people over and they have cookouts. She talks about the Canal Boys. She has those big green lizard thingies. I live here and I don't even remember.
Iguanas.
Iguana, thank you. Um, I'm
She's
just
not
saying,
going
like, she
anywhere.
has other contents that she posts about. I'm not standing up for one or the other. I am just saying, if we're calling them all out, then call them all out. It's not one or the other. This is what we're talking about today. Why is it acceptable for one person to do it, but it's not acceptable and it's creepy for another person to do it?
Right.
Stop with it. Knock it
The
off. It's
other thing
ridiculous.
that they're gonna grab the other one and they're gonna go to Duncan. Like, that's not poking. That's, come on. That's poking the bear right there. That's being, shady. Why even say that?
And not only that, Karen was holding her live yesterday, and there's drawings all over her wall in her daughter's bedroom. Is anybody calling Karen out about that with the same landlord? The
All on
hypocrisy.
her now too. Like
Karen
that's
doesn't
why.
call
Why
her
are
landlord.
people proud of Karen for calling the landlord now that she's mad at Gabby when all of that damage was already there?
The
She
door,
was cool
the
with the
door
damage
frame.
when they
It
were
was,
besties.
it was stated by G that I don't necessarily know that it was knocking on a door. It was stated by G that the picture from the body cam was taken by Hippie, but it was not taken by Hippie. It was the body cam. And Gabby has stated before when she has been at that park that people have come up to her door when nobody has come up to her door. I believe, don't quote me on it, I believe that was a Darlene thing where Gabby had stated at the park that Darlene had come up to her door when Darlene, in fact, did not go up to the door.
She was friends with Karen at that time,
Yes,
Gabby
Rocco.
was, and Karen was co-signing Gabby's shit on that.
Yes,
And
Velcro.
but now I guess Karen's just she gets a pass.
Let's not just give Karen. Let's not forget Mel. Did Mel just say in her live like a week ago after our live, after we had our little story one thing that are going on?
Where she called out the wrong person?
Mel, yeah, she said it was me, but it wasn't. It was my live. I take accountability. I don't give a fuck what gets said in my live because she's a fucking piece of shit. But she said that she saw him in a bathtub or in the pool naked or something, but it was okay when they were friends, right? Oh, I hung up real quick. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Old T because she wanted paid. But there again, why is it okay? You know, some creators say, put it all out there. Put it all out there so nobody can come back and say, you know, well, you didn't tell us this at the time, but it's okay for Mel to sit over here and just, you know, drop little crumbs here and there and be like, oh, well, now I've got some tea, so I'm going to hold alive in hopes that I get gifts or sympathy or whatever else she's looking for. I don't even know what she's looking for. Relevancy.
Tried. He tried for fucking what, $25? She made a big deal about
50
$25.
Canadian something that she couldn't figure out the conversion math. I don't fucking know. It was fucking mess. We got Gabby and Mel doing math to each other. Like, fucking what? And people are entertaining that. Like, y'all didn't just get your snacks and watch them try to, y'all are helping them with the math? Get your snacks and watch the fucking math. Damn.
Like you didn't
That,
care about the money then over a year ago. Well, okay, what, 9 months ago? But now, 9 months later, it's a problem. Just because you wanted to like make something, you had to have something. You didn't have anything, so you had to bring that back up. The math
like,
was fucking entertaining.
Mel was her little attack dog. Anyone else remember? You
Mm-hmm.
know, G would go live after some shit had popped off earlier, and she'd be like, just mute, and she'd be waiting for Mel to come in and yell at us, and she'd just be walking around making that little nasty ass grin of hers and nodding her head, raising her eyebrows, like, yeah, Mel, you tell him. But it's fine now. Mel's not a piece of shit.
No,
Oh.
they're all okay. May or may not have something on G, but they're not. They're just gonna sit on it for months for whatever reason.
Like I see it.
Not okay with it now, but they were when they were friends. Like, ugh.
That's the problem. People are holding dirt to use for later, and Mel's doing the same thing. But certain people love Mel. They can tell Mel they love them, and that's weird. That is someone that also condoned child abuse and neglect and defended it. Hardcore defended it. I don't think those people get a pass when you're wanting to say this is all for the child. Like hold the people to the same standard. They've never actually admitted what they did. Karen tells new lies about herself every fucking time she gets asked. I think they did. I think she did send the other $3. Like I don't know. The math wasn't mathing. I mean, I, I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't know the conversion.
I would have just sent her
I
$50
don't
and
either.
said,
But
"Figure it out."
I figured the people with the cash apps that show what they sent versus what they received should I didn't she have to convert the US dollars G
Yeah,
needed to send to the Canadian dollars to match it? Like,
I
the
don't
fuck is
know.
going on?
Just the moral of the story is don't send people money.
For real. And if, I'm sorry, if
Until
Mel
you're in
doesn't know what
Canada.
she sent to know what she needs back, she don't need the $3. She whatever. Just tell her it's fine. She'll believe it. Like I don't even care.
She lives in $1 million house that her mommy bought, which is
Exactly.
something special in Canada because housing is outrageous there. Not
But
to
you,
knock, whatever. She'll be bragging about it. We're
so we
worried
say
about
don't.
$50 fucking.
So we say don't send money, but you know,
Mm.
oh, why is it acceptable for some and not for others as a
Hey, you're getting
community,
blocked.
as a whole
Get
community?
out of here with that.
If you're having problems, come tell one of us. Come tell one of us. We will figure it out for you. We will help you, except for you. Are
You're
not
not on the list.
you are not on the list. You are dry begging. Do not ask for any money.
Melissa, are you on the list? Are you on the approved list that is allowed to even say the word money? Because I know I am not on that list, so I'm canceled. It's fine. But
My husband wants to buy another boat, but I don't know.
it is weird fucking behavior. Super weird.
Can somebody
I
send
have
me?
a I have a story of an acquaintance that I have on this app, and um, do you know how many times that I sit back and I'm like, man, if we could just help this person out just a little bit would go a long way because they were dealt some pretty rough cards. And then, we see the people that are getting the gifts, we see the people that are getting the help. And once again, it's like the underdogs. Nope, nope, don't come asking for help. And so I sit back and I think, no, there's nothing we can do because we're going to get called out for this shit of helping somebody else out. What is acceptable? What is not? Do we change the title and put up a little sticker? This isn't an awareness live. This is a community gathers live, and we help one another out. Do we? I, I don't know where this goes in my pamphlet, but I need to figure out this rule.
If everybody doesn't send me a galaxy right now, you're getting blocked.
Oh,
Like, personally, I tend to sit at, I don't think any money should be exchanged on the app. That's my personal opinion. Nobody else has to share that opinion. But I feel like people have people have directly received money, but then call out someone else, it's fucking weird. I think it's like you must know you were on the list if you feel so brave in taking money while shit talking someone else with
Lions.
money.
Let's go! Captain Spring! Tiny Tinies! Thank you for the Tiny Tinies! Heart fingers.
oh, that's what I like doing in my lives.
Can you get some groceries? Groceries are expensive, girl. Be better off. I just asked for
Fireworks.
Ooh. Maybe some jets.
I'm making a
There's a lot of
post.
places
Y'all
to
are
go to.
begging. Nope. Beggars.
Giraffe?
Fucking
Giraffe?
beggars.
The hell is giraffe?
So
What's that?
much contradicting. I don't even know where to start with any of it. We all sound like idiots, complete idiots. I'm sure we sit up here and we're looking like idiots. And some of you are all back in your discords like, ha ha ha, what a bunch of idiots over here. Fine by me.
That's
But
fine. I sit in Discord and call people idiots, and I
yeah,
stand by it, and I'm fine with it.
man.
Um, I do think that people need to start taking their own advice when they're trying to be all high and mighty and rule makers around here because they're looking really fucking dumb. And because someone said I was defending G a lot, I'm just going to point this out. People that are doing too much are absolutely pushing support to her. So good job. I hope everybody's happy because she's going to get sympathy from people doing this stupid shit. I don't know if anybody else has picked up on it. She used to have mainly hate. She was always comments off and always having to go sub only. She's not having to do that because she's got people on her side now because of the wild shit people are saying and doing.
Yes, Melissa Sue, it was stated earlier that Bloob is
Yeah, I defended Gabby because I
pretty.
want the kid to be left out of it. Because I say things that pertain to the kid, you know, court records pertaining to that child's whereabouts are none of our fucking business. I support her, I guess. But justice for C, right? That's what we're sitting on.
But you know what? I used to make videos over on my late night circus, where she would be right. A hospital band. People were calling her out that that wasn't a true hospital band, et cetera, et cetera. And I made a video. Sometimes you have to give credit where credit is due. It's not about supporting her. It's like, hey, out of the 1,000 lies she's told recently, one time she was actually telling the truth. Wild behavior, but it's not supporting her. It's sitting back going, we need to lower these rumors that are false over here because this time she happens to be telling the truth.
Yeah, crazy days. She says, taken into the in the other room, right? She said that her child was there and she covered her ears. That's not the truth. She also added on that she called the police that day to check on that child, which is also a lie.
Before she left. She made sure they were there before she left. And we watched her walk right out that damn door like no big deal. So she lies.
Also, stating your not awareness doesn't excuse you from being a shit. Doesn't mean you lying is acceptable. Doesn't mean
Yeah,
you talking about another creator. Oh, they must have never seen that much money because I make this much money or my husband makes this much money isn't acceptable.
But it's for
It's
fact.
gross all the way around.
It's for
mhm,
fact. I disagree. It's for fact. It's for fact. I said it was for fact. It's for fact.
mhm.
It don't matter what you claim to be. Piece of shit is a piece of shit. And proof and track records matter.
Oh, mocking a mental health crisis. You know how many people sat up in those boxes mocking a mental health crisis? And they are all forgiven? What? I believe. Never mind. Jeez.
Just say it. Right.
I'll say it.
Go
I don't
for
give a
it.
fuck. Darlene and Karen both were mocking that situation that everybody was so disgusted with, but that's okay. That's not gross behavior that should be called out. That's things that should be given a pass. And what does that mean that they're both on that protective list, that the rules don't apply to them? I don't give a fuck. Apparently, I support Gabby, so fuck it. Burn it the fuck down. Because morals fucking matter. I support Gabby. Cool. So, fuck it. Why are these people being fucking protected? Why aren't they held to the standard? Because Gabby was drugged for not ending the life, but those people are good ones, but they sat there mocking a situation. And Darlene herself also said while she was driving in that box that if that person's name had been Gabby, they'd have run her over. That shit's okay. That's not a problem when we're talking about PPOs and people being mad that she's filing them. Keep fucking around and playing games. This is why this shit happens. You can't be
Right.
mad
She
about
says
it.
shit like that, but y'all have an issue with another creator fake acting like they're driving around town. Let's just be real.
That's okay, Kansas. I was gonna ask, but I'm sorry. You didn't snore or anything like that, Kansas. You're okay. We don't have it on a soundbite. Or do we?
I'm fine not being in whatever little cliques that makes it okay for people to sit there and ignore morals. Because me personally, I started watching the drama twin idiots because of what they are, because I don't agree with them. That is why I would call out shit because it's wrong. I don't care who it is. The behaviors are wrong, not because of their names. It is wrong. I morally do not agree with what they do. And I'm not going to agree with anyone else that does it just because they happen to agree with me on specific little certain things. It's not okay. Everybody needs to stop condoning shit behavior, but trying to point fingers at certain people. It's gross. It is the actual mean girl bullshit that is being accused. You can't
Who
just throw everything against on one side.
and
Right.
who did
Wrong is wrong, even if everybody's doing it. And right is
exactly?
right, even if nobody's doing it.
And how is it okay for these people to sit here and do these things on their live and everybody's like, oh, you go, mama, you do this, you do that. But if it was G, holy fuck, he would get dragged. And I'm so tired of the double standard. If
Oh,
G
you're a
was to
Gabby
hang
supporter
herself and
now.
hit
You
on a
joined over.
fucking BONG on a live, she would get dragged. Whether her child was there or not, she would get dragged. Bottom
Hmm?
line. I don't care how you feel about the other person. I don't. And I have nothing personally against it. I'm just saying right is right and wrong is wrong.
Dog Digital. I was blocked too. I think I've been blocked by her a few times now, which is okay by me. I mean, you're the one that wanted to ride around in a Jeep with Karen and go out for coffee, but you do you.
What
I'm
was
saying
that?
last
Oh,
night
get
that
that
you had
door
to
for
deal
her,
with
right?
TikTok drama because you couldn't put your fucking kids to bed. And then want to backtrack an hour later and say that's not what you said. Bitch, we all heard it. We all heard it.
Hmm.
I don't care how you feel about that person either. I have no beef with them. I don't even, I'm blocked. I've been blocked for a long time because I didn't agree with something.
That's another thing, Melissa Sue. Absolutely.
Okay,
Being
here you
told,
are.
if you're over in someone's live, you are going to get blocked from my live. When did that high school bullshit start up? I didn't know. Listen, I have liked
That's a
people
common
on
thing.
this app that have never done anything mean to me, have been nothing but kind to me, and I have zero reasons not to like them. And everyone else is like, oh, if you're talking to them, you're going to be blocked. I haven't run into the same problem that you've run into. Maybe you're just a twat waffle.
I think another thing that should have been addressed yesterday is for that live to have been held and for one person to sit up there and be completely rude and childish and unhinged the entire time and not be able to have an adult conversation that we all claim we can have. You
Ugh.
can disagree and not be okay with someone, but that was insanity. And
Hmm.
I'm sorry, whether people like it or not, I don't care who you sit with. If you were part of the problem on where false information was being spread, you have to own your part in it. You can't then blame other, well, but they told me, so I ran with it. It still goes on you for repeating bullshit without proof of anything. All of this has gotten out of control because rumors matter more than facts. Nobody gives a shit about what's really happening. They just want some tea, and because it sounds good, it gives everybody something to talk about.
And
So
fuck
yeah, I am kind of wondering if any of you really know, or not. I'm not talking to the chat specifically here, just individuals, if they really have anything better to do with their lives when she's not on live besides do back end weird shit like this.
And I agree. I don't like Bethany. I don't really know her to like or
Mm-mm.
dislike her. So far, she's a box hopper too, like the BEG. But she was attacked, and to me, I felt like she was running off information that Tiffany gave her, and she ran with it because she took Tiffany at her word when Tiffany said, "I know for a fact." When you tell somebody, "I know for a fact," but I'm not saying how I know it, that person who may be very easily influenced was like, oh damn, I respect this person, so I'm gonna take them for their word, and told other people. But then that person was blamed, and the other person, the person that said it, Tiffany, was like, oh, she's probably still looking for that fucking screenshot.
Dog
It's
Digital.
so stupid.
Dog Digital, there's so many people lately that I look at and I'm like, well, I mean, can we be mad at them? They're only telling facts over here. They sound more logical than the rest of us do.
I think she's personally, I think she's vile, but yeah, some of the stuff she's doing, I mean,
Totally vile.
not lying.
Could you imagine us trying to stream and half the stuff that comes out of her mouth just so people can be banned or shut down on their lives? Could you imagine in this community saying half of those things that she says just to get people's streams down? Gross behavior. However, on the flip side, there are things she says that you sit back and you're like, well, I mean, she does have a point.
Exactly.
I'd
Now,
also like to point out that when we go back to uh, Artsy talking to Gabby, let's go back to that May conversation. In May, Artsy was friends still with Swifty, so it wasn't an issue, and she knew about it. Swifty knew. Artsy had a conversation with Gabby back in May because there's screenshots to prove it. So she didn't have an issue with it until she had a falling out with Artsy, and then she was all boasting and patting herself on the back for calling that out and finding that and posting it and sending it to everybody to go against Artsy. And that's the problem with so many people is they don't have an issue with shit until they have a falling out with somebody.
And Swifty is vile as fuck. Do people like forget that she tried to call somebody's SA story a lie? She was speaking on someone else's situation. That's fucking vile. And she just did that not long ago. Swifty deserves every bit of hate she
yep.
gets and then some. People need to stop supporting her because she is a shitbag and she lies about her past. I don't know who all's been around, but if you were around on her last tour of this, she
Mm-hmm.
was like crashing out on lives, streaming for 24 hours at a time, just crying. And I don't care what was going on in her personal life, like she tries to make excuses. It doesn't justify bad behavior because if that is the case, that same rule has to apply to Gabby.
She used to be up for days on live. Shit, I'd go to
Yeah.
bed and wake up and she'd still be live.
She's absolutely disgusting. She lies. She's a backstabber. She shit talks everyone that she even calls her friends.
Right.
And people are just okay with it. And she tries to sit there, and because people are ignoring her bad behaviors, she's getting away with it. And just the other night, Swifty herself was saying that Gabby's past, or no, I'm sorry, other people like Brown Eyes, their past doesn't matter. If that is the case, Gabby's past doesn't matter.
Or
Right.
Danny, or anybody else's. Or
No one
And
else's
anybody
background
else's.
matters.
if what people have done in the past don't matter, then what the fuck are we doing as a community? Why are we talking about anybody's past?
Right, right.
Why was Homebody Hideouts? And I don't agree with her, but why was her past brought up? Because it matters.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And she got on me because I had when I was in the box with Michelle, and Michelle had started calling me out for my past addictions, and I lost my cool and I called her a drunk. She started going off on in her live about me about that, not and saying that I shouldn't be calling anybody out or for being a drunk or whatever else, that was disgusting to me. Megs, remember?
2 weeks prior, she in my live, she was calling me out for me being an addict and saying that I have what's it called? I don't remember what she said. An addiction to uppers in a way. And I'm like, no. So you can sit here and talk about me for hours on something that your mod had actually wanted me to buy for her and send to her state because it was illegal there, which I'm talking about Kay Roitum. At one
She
point.
calls you Skanky Sue on her live, and people
Yes, she
think that
does.
shit's okay.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah,
Yeah,
on,
not
hold
absolutely.
seeing
on,
this shit.
hold on a second. Stormy P, why are you addressing someone by that term?
Yeah, that's gross.
Who?
Recovery is very tough. It is very, very tough. And then when you have people throwing it in your face, Swifty does, tequila.
Swifty, the one that everybody thinks is such a nice person and doesn't lie and doesn't do all these things. On Crape's page, she has the video that shows that Swifty was leaving voicemails for Gabby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she sat there, talked about me for hours upon hours upon hours, saying that I have a kratom addiction or whatever else, and which I've admitted to taking it multiple times, multiple times. So it's not like it's anything a secret,
But
but
she's questioning your sobriety
yeah,
when she
questioning.
herself is in recovery. That's a really
Yeah.
shitty thing. She should understand how hard recovery is and not be
Mhm.
throwing stones at it.
Yep, and I'm absolutely prescribed a medicine for my ADHD that I don't take every day, okay? And I've never lied about that either. But yet you sit here and you hound me on me because I got upset from somebody who follows me around on this app and calls me Meth Lissa, and I got upset and I called her a drunk.
Hmm.
Like, I'm sorry that I lost my cool, and I
No.
apologized to her right after I said it. It was not fair for me to do that. But don't come on here and sit here and preach that somebody shouldn't be doing something when just 2 weeks prior you were doing it about me.
Hmm.
Sorry, I haven't
No.
said that out loud.
I'm glad you did because people need to hear that stuff because the people that are, I guess, on this special list are being given a pass for really nasty, hateful things, and it shouldn't be that way.
Mm-hmm.
But they're claiming to, have this moral compass and know what right and wrong, like call out other people for shit, but you're supporting the behaviors amongst your own group. It's gross.
Yep.
Yeah, I
And I
think any
really,
recovery
sorry.
or their story is their own, and that's their business. Like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
talk
And I've
about it.
made it a point not to talk about her anymore because it's pointless, right? And I don't go live hardly anymore because, like I said, people were expecting me to do stuff that I wasn't going to do. And just because I defend the truth does not mean I defend the person.
Exactly. That's like what we're
Well,
doing here. It's like
Mm-hmm.
we are trying. We're not defending the person. We're talking about the behaviors because
Exactly.
it it's out of control. Like I've never seen it this bad. It was never like this before. But we have some people who others think highly of, which is fine. That's great. Do it. But also do it with like an open mind. Because I feel like, some of them are Peter Piper and they're all just right behind us. Right off the bridge they would go because this person said so. Believe me, in my opinion, I am
yes,
just,
that's Swifty. She sent tuna corn chips and Suave shampoo.
you know,
Yes, Crepe has the videos on her page of Swifty being an absolute fucking liar.
mhm.
I mean, the
Are,
fact
are
that
we
she
able to
spoke
see now?
on Michelle's situation and spoke on it, but she was just vile about it. Like that
Hmm.
was her place to speak on it. at all.
Who is in the box? Yeah, Melissa is in the box.
Yes, Crepe Stupid. Crepe is the page where the Swifty videos are on.
She's right next to Melissa.
That's me.
Yeah, I'm in the box. Sorry.
Whatever Skunk Girl over there is doing is what she's doing, you know? Let them.
Viz art, it's honestly, when it comes to her, I'm gonna say it's all about the money. She makes it very clear, and she rage baits and everything else, you know, like
Thank you, or TY. I don't know if you want to be up here. You know you're in a box. Hello? Okay. Goodbye.
Right, and
I was like,
that's
I
her
wonder if
thing
she's
over
even.
there. She could be
Yeah,
vile and nasty. Um, that that's her. That's her character. And if people want to sit over there and support that, that's their character. I mean, they can
And if Artsy wants to reply to herself in her own comment, her own video, whatever,
let her.
make her looks crazy. My only issue I had with her, I
right.
don't know a lot about her, but making fun of somebody that was having, a mental health, whether it was true or not, making fun of it was not acceptable in my book. That's where I was like, I don't want anything to do with
I
that
will say in
person.
her defense, she did come over into my live and apologize for her actions on
She
that part.
did. She was the only
Um,
one that had the nerve to admit what she did, what she was a
yeah,
part of.
That's the
yep.
only problem I had with her. I didn't know her personally. I've never talked to her, never watched her live, never. I barely remember her being in a box.
Who is this? I'm sorry.
Artsy.
Artsy.
Artsy, yeah, she came over that night and apologized for her partaking in it. And I went back and watched the live, and in the beginning, when a lot of people thought it was fake, she did make like a couple comments or whatever. But you could tell once it realized that it was actually going on, she stopped with the comments, but everybody else continued. And she's the only one that came over into my live and apologized for her
Mhm.
partaking in it. I got Darlene blocked me, and then Karen, we know about that.
No, fuck Karen. Yeah, like, but that's just acceptable behavior. People say that they're good and whatever, but people have been dragging Artsy over fucking bullshit rumors, even things
Yeah,
that they
that.
don't even have proof on, but they don't call out the things that are out there.
Hmm.
I don't have any feelings towards Artsy at all. I've never been friendly with her. I've never been hateful to her. Like,
Same. Listen, that's how I feel about that Bethany. She was in our live that one time for a
mhm.
little bit, and then just talking about whatever. That's the only way I knew of her, or ever talked to her. But what happened last night to her, I felt bad. Like I did. I felt really bad to get ganged up by 9 people, and I don't know. She's got stuff going on. It sounds like, and hopefully, it was a lesson learned to her to stay out of stuff.
Yeah.
But how they treated her was pretty shitty, and other people were being protected, and I didn't understand that, and I don't
People
agree with
in
it.
those boxes were just as guilty as her, and that was ignored.
Hmm.
And for the people in the back, they're not saying that they're defending the actions that they did either. It's
Mm-mm.
all
I'm
about,
not in any dirty back end conversations with Bethany. I give no fucks.
yeah, yeah. That's you just know that's how people are going to put this out there. That
Oh,
oh my God,
absolutely.
they are Bethany supporters. They're BFF. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't honestly. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't.
I've already
Tequila,
been called a Gabby supporter, so my TikTok
tequila,
career is over.
tequila has a question. Wow, 35 times just watched the video. I have a question. What year, month was that live?
What video?
It's probably the one of Swifty leaving voicemails for Gabby. Was that
It was last spring sometime. Because that's
Okay,
yeah,
we're
yeah,
still doing the
May,
cups.
June.
yeah.
Yeah, May and June.
was during Cupgate?
I don't. No, Megan, what are they saying? I just seen that one comment
Also,
and I
don't
don't know what
spam the
it's about.
chat.
Yeah, stop. Mm, No, no, nope, you're gone.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I think that was a troll account, honestly, because I don't. Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say I don't think that.
yep.
Yeah,
It's a
that.
spread
Yeah,
account. That's gone. I
Oh,
looked at the
that's
bio.
good. I
yep.
love that you doxed my whole family, including my children. It was so kind of you.
I did that.
I do have two baby daddies, just in case anybody was wondering. I don't know if that's a part of the pamphlet. Are you only allowed to have one baby daddy on this side of TikTok?
Hey Dana, do you know you're in a box? Nope.
I think the people need to stop just going with the herd on things and start saying something when shit is going sideways. Stop sitting there and just like attack, attack, attack because it's what everyone else is doing. If you don't have your own moral compass to go off of, probably shouldn't be in the community. That's just my take on it. Because that's what this whole community claims to run off of is morals. That's the high ground. That's why they say they're right. Then you need to be
Right.
able to own up to what you say and what you do. And whether people like it or not, no matter what Bethany did or what Artsy did, they're not the only ones responsible for the way these rumors were spread. Lots
Exactly.
of people had a hand in that, and everybody, because everybody's going with bullshit without proof. Because it's, oh, well, so and so said it and they're a trusted source. I'm just going to believe them. That's dumb.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And it's not. And then when it's found out that that wasn't the case, they're still not. They're not crucified like somebody else would be. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah, she defends anybody that's a POS. She likes to gift all of the scammers and beggars and dox people and just
What's weird
overall just
is
not a good person.
she should like this live.
Hmm.
We're going after. Never mind. The same people she is.
Also, I just want to
You
point
say
out
you're a
too
Gabby supporter? I heard you.
I did. I did.
the night that Swifty addressed the phone calls in her live, right? Um, she then said that didn't happen. Then it was they were just responding to a live, and then it was. I mean, what if I did? Why does it matter now? That was then. Why does it matter now?
Because the
Because you're
hackers
lying.
have it.
The
Because you're lying. You blew
hypocrisy.
up her phones and you lied about it. And you're still lying about it. Why does it matter if other people are contacting Gabby? Because you're going so hard against that, but you can't even own up to you and then think it doesn't
Just,
matter. That's
Just like
weird.
how she didn't send Danny
mhm.
that message around that same time she was gifting Danny, thinking Danny had changed. Like, if you're not ashamed of it, why lie? If it was innocent and you misjudged Danny in that moment, just own it. Why? The
Yeah,
lying makes it a problem.
I did. I very well admit that I was thinking she was changing. I mean,
You admit it
Blueberry,
though.
you questioned me all up and down in the box about it, and I was
Dang, I
like,
hate it.
you know, but I was wrong.
Can I
Just
say it?
yeah.
Can I
So
say it?
say it.
Uh-oh.
Can I say it?
Yes.
Always.
The hypocrisy.
I love you. I love your face. Speaking of faces, okay, so
Uh-oh.
that live that was in the earlier part of the day when there was like 1,000 people in it. I mean, who thinks it's okay to like blast somebody and make fun of how they look? I thought we were better than that as a community. Or does
Talika,
everyone look the
you
same?
know you're in a box. We could
Absolutely.
drop you if you don't want. Oh, hello.
Sorry, I don't know how to get me out. I didn't mean to do that.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
You're
It's
fine.
okay. I don't like what's her name, Florida girl, at all. But I
Nope.
don't I don't like and I don't dislike her. Like I think she's crazy, but you know, there's thousands of them that support the other side. I don't know. But
And
she's
my thing is people that have complained that they have been body shamed or made fun of are supporting someone else being made fun of.
and
It's
we
weird.
saw so many that we know in the comments agreeing with what was happening and even making comments about it. And it's like, okay, I guess that's what we're doing now.
I'm not gonna lie, because I can't be a hypocrite. I jumped on the make fun of Karen's forehead.
I don't
Oh, I did.
I'm not
I
against the
did.
body shaming personally. I will body shame Karen, Gabby, Danny. I sure as fuck will, but I own it and I'm not gonna whine if somebody body shame me. I don't care.
I'm gonna make you into a big blueberry.
Yep. I'm gonna be the fattest blueberry out there and
Fattest
everybody can make fun.
blueberry ever.
Yes.
And
But
yes,
that's
I'm
the
a
thing,
salty
like
bitch.
that's part of the hypocrisy is you can't be upset when something is done to you but condone it being done to someone else. That is the thing that is happening as a community and it's just being accepted like it doesn't matter. I personally don't care about the body I personally don't. Some people do, but if you are one of the ones that are saying body shaming is wrong on one side, it has to go to all sides.
Hmm. And that's what I was trying to say. I've body shamed people in the past, and I called Karen a big fat forehead cunt the other day. So
She is you didn't lie. So at least you were honest about it.
I own it. But I'm not over here saying that I'm. Well, I guess I just said I don't like body shaming, but I don't think because there's so
It's
many
not
people
something
out
you go
there
out of your
saying
way
that
to
it's
do.
not right.
Yeah, it's not something you go out of your way to do. Like,
I body
I
shame
mean,
myself too.
I don't know. I'm
Also, I just want to say too, if you once sat with a shit person, if you once sat with them and rode hard for them, please don't call other people out for doing the same or
mhm.
pretending because it never happened. But anyway, who
Well,
I'm referring to the comment Princess Queen made a while ago
oh
about Beth
Jesus,
being a
Oh yeah.
Haley
She should
supporter.
fucking Karen.
yeah.
We just
Her
talked
calling
about that.
someone else
Holding a
for the
baby, smoking
newbies.
cigarettes. Fucking
For the
weirdo.
newbies, there is a Kaylee, Kayleigh or whatever.
Daddy.
She used to be Gabby's mod way back in the day.
and she
This is a
rode
different
hard for her.
Kaylee. She
Yeah.
she had a video come out of her bar fighting her daughter, dragging her by the hair. Princess Queen, Swifty's mod, was absolutely a supporter who defended her, but is calling other people Kaylee supporters.
Yeah, she always comes on late. She's writing a book? No fucking way.
Stop it.
No, she's not. It's,
Stop it. Yes, the one that sits on her bed and battles.
yeah.
Daily
Yes.
heart me. Get your daily heart me. Tap the screen, guys. Come on. Yeah, tap. She used to have her smoke detector would always beep
She is not writing a book. Stop it.
Please don't tell me that.
Fucking stop.
I wonder who the editor will
Gabby
be.
inspired her to. Oh my god. Stop it.
Oh
We're gonna write a
my
book about everybody
god.
on TikTok.
Y'all, I just want to go ahead and like ruin the book for y'all. Her whole book is going to be about how her kids bully her, by the way.
That.
Is she gonna put in the
All
parts?
she does is blame her children for her life.
Is she gonna put in the parts where she had random kids sleeping in the bed while she's sitting on the edge of the bed and her husband's laying on the bed sideways and she's smoking
While
and
she's
Right,
chain
swearing?
you
smoking.
mean
Yes.
smoking?
Yes.
Oof.
Because if she leaves that out, that's crazy.
Nodding out,
Oh God. Right?
yelling about how her kids are never nice to her.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Dog Digital, I smoke
Fuck,
cigarettes too.
fucking stop it.
Can
Ah,
Do
you,
it again.
Meg,
That's your new box trick.
can you say tap the screen for us?
tap the screen.
I gotta drop
Share the
that.
live.
Share the live. That's another, like, I could never imagine like going inside my house and smoking cigarettes. Like I smoke cigarettes. And when I am done driving for the day, I'm gonna come home at sometimes, midnight, 1 o'clock in the
Hyper.
morning, and I'm gonna make a rum and coke. And I'm gonna sit out and I'm gonna chain smoke my cigarettes. But to sit there and watch people not
Holding a
be
baby.
criticized for it inside of their home. But Aaron's okay. I mean, Aaron is allowed to do it then.
Crazy.
Correct? Oh, hey Margarita. Oh, hey
Live
Margarita.
request. I don't know what it said. Oh my gosh.
Do you want up here?
No, sorry. I think I
No, you're
accidentally
okay.
requested. I don't know how though. I was typing, so I don't know how I would have done that. But
Have a great day.
thank you.
Yeah, if anybody should have awareness runner, it's her. Jesus. Ugh.
I'm gonna need you to randomly use that voice to tell people to tap the screen because that was absolutely amazing. And I think you should know that someone wasn't sure which X mod you were talking about until you spoke like that. That's how she's identified. Like that is crazy.
But
Tap the screen. Tap
that is
tappity.
like empath walking away from Gabby and then calling out somebody for being a Gabby supporter.
But just so everybody knows, she is looking for her and her man are looking for a third. So
Take a poll.
You were canceled.
hey, nothing
Absolutely
nothing wrong
canceled.
with that. Nothing wrong with that. If that's your thing, that's your thing.
Okay.
I'm just trying to help her find her third.
Do y'all
Love
remember
it.
the sheet on the mattress days?
Oh my gosh. They used to get so mad at Travis. Uh, have a sheet on my bed.
Melissa Sue dropped. She's like, yeah, I'm not getting caught for this.
Rita, did you want a box?
No, Jules, not empath.
Rita Melita's here.
I mean, I don't know. Empath and her man might want a third. I have no idea.
I
But
don't
we're
even
not talking
know
about empath.
who is that.
Rita, did you accidentally join a box?
Rita. Okay, bye. If you want one, just type box. It's easier that way. The poor kitten.
Nobody wants to hate. Even Melissa Sue left as soon as she heard threesome.
Remember her?
The
Those
poor
kittens were
kittens.
having kittens. Like there is always a litter of kittens in that house. It is, and they're under that bed trapped with all of that smoke. Like,
And she
Right.
literally bar fought her daughter on video and then tried to justify it.
Right. And had mods who justified it.
mods
For
like
now,
Princess Queen.
now just
Right.
as
Right.
Michael and Tina, yeah. Michael was just in the box the other day talking about Tina.
Tap, tap, tap. The hypocrisy.
Literally, like that is the running theme for TikTok now.
I guess what the point of this was is like, does everybody else feel the same? Like maybe like the hypocrisy and double standards are out of control.
No, as soon as they leave this live, they are jumping in someone's live and they're going to say the complete opposite of what was just said here.
Is somebody gonna go running to another live and be like, they wouldn't let me in a box? You told maybe you're not everybody's cup of tea. And what the fuck?
This chat can prove that there have been so many randoms that did not mean to be here. Every box request has been accepted.
Pinka called me a toots.
I wonder how many times people have ran into people going, they're talking about you.
Oh god.
Oh, I wonder how many people are about to block us from their lives. I wonder how many videos are about to pop up.
That's why you have backup accounts.
Here's the thing. I mean, I don't care, honestly. Um,
They can come
I
here
don't
and
care who the
talk about
person
it.
is.
They're not blocked. I don't have anybody blocked.
Oh, I do.
Block
I don't
Twitter.
I don't care who the person is. Right is right, even if nobody's doing it, and wrong is wrong, even if everybody's doing it. The
I did not block.
hypocrisy is
Margarita.
wild.
Oh, that's funny.
The hypocrisy is out of control. It's not only wild. It's out of control. Cube, you're gonna get blocked.
Baby Cube. Don't block my baby Cube.
And she's blocked.
Like, I just wish that people. I guess my hope going forward is that people will start questioning those that are saying things, like really questioning them for to hold themselves accountable and to show truth. You can't just say something and it be the word. Because that's how all these rumors are being started. There's so many rumors on this Hair Tickety Talk. It's crazy.
But also, when there is proof shown, believe it. Pay attention to it. Don't shrug it off because the person it's about is in a popularity contest and popular and whatnot.
Perfect.
When
Perfect.
there's proof shown, when someone shows you who they are,
Believe it.
right?
So there's a lot of videos out there that people are showing the truth, like Dog. I know even I'm not a fan of the Drama Twins, but hey, they've been speaking truth lately.
I could use a pizza right now.
And
Same.
Dog Digital, I agree. Like, they were treated like shit because they had a different opinion. But their opinion on the things that were called out were the same things we call out against G. So how is it not okay? How is that wrong of her to say the truth? We all heard it. We all saw it. Wrong is wrong. It shouldn't matter. What happened to that whole see something, say something, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Hi, Pink.
Hey
Hello,
there.
Pink.
Am I
Hey.
echoing? I'm driving, but I turned off my Bluetooth.
I don't know you.
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, I've got 3 hours of driving, so I was just listening to you ladies and good discussion. I have some I guess I have a question. I don't know. I just feel like talking right now because I'm bored and driving, but like what I struggle with is first of all, I like and respect all of you that have been in the boxes here. And I'm listening, I'm listening to particularly Swifty, because she's been really nice to me. I'm aware because I wasn't following her. I'm aware of what you're saying of the things that she's done. And for the most part, I I don't ever try to change somebody's mind about something, especially when they've been around longer than I have and they have a right to their own, judgments. I guess what I struggle with is, and I only heard one statement like to this effect that, if you're engaging in their life of a shitty person or somebody with a horrible moral compass, then that's your character too. I do disagree with that because I really, I like to, if I see something I disagree with, I would call out that actions and not the person. And the reason that I feel that way is, and I've been talking about the hypocrisy on here, but I've been thinking about that. It's easy for us to pick out any little level of hypocritical statement or action. But the reality is that we really don't know, the big picture. We don't know really what the person is like off the app, what good they do, what ethical things they do, and or what they don't do. They could be a really shitty person. But I guess my question for you is, how do you view people like me when I right now I'm supporting Swifty, but I'm also supporting all of you because I think you do good in here and I think you have your right to have personal biases or dislikes, or even, you have a right to block people. I don't know. I just don't get I just don't like to get down in the weeds of encouraging other people to block or be judged if they're currently, following or listening or watching. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
can I
think
answer that quick? I just went, yeah, because then I got to drop again. I've made it very clear to everybody that I don't care if they're friends with her, but if I see you over there talking about me or anything like disrespectful like that,
Yeah.
then I will block you. I have a lot of people that come into my lives that I know sit over there every night, and it's Big Banks is one of them. I don't. I just made it very clear to all of them, if you're going to be talking about me over there, then I don't want to, I'm not going to allow you back in my lives. I also try to refrain most of her being talked about over with me, unless it's something that has personally affected me and I bring it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's very respectable. That's a really good
I have not,
perspective.
yeah, I have not yet blocked anybody for being over in her live, because I haven't seen anybody talking about me or anything that I thought was supporting me as well. So, and people can be friends with whoever they can be as long as they're a grown up and respectful and not initiate into the conversation that's being held. If it's about me, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do. I do. I respect that.
I think I said earlier in this live that I personally, I don't care who's in who's live. Obviously, we all want information. It comes from all sources. But for people to sit back and say, you're going to be blocked if I catch you over in this live. Well, why am I going to be blocked if you catch me over there? I'm listening for information just like you are.
Yeah.
It comes from all sides. I personally don't like Swifty. She has personally been rude to me for zero apparent reason other than the fact that she kisses Karen's ass.
No, and that, Meg, that's not even rude. She literally accused you of being a child abuser in her
Yeah.
platform because she believed Karen with no proof. That's my problem. When I say like it speaks to your, hold on, my child moving the TV. Stop. When it speaks to your character, um, is so like me personally, I don't support people who lie. I don't. Hold on.
Well, let me interject while you're pausing there. I think that's a perfect example for me. I don't know like the full details, but I have heard Megs and Karen, you know, go at each other a little bit. I mean, I feel confident in saying right now, I believe Megs over Karen. I believe anything that Meg says over Karen about their, and not knowing really what happened. It's, at this point, it's really just judging credibility. But that's a good example because I believe Megs, but I don't block Karen. Like, I'll listen to what she tells me, but would I ever confide in her or anything? No, but I don't block her. I guess that's a good example to use. I mean, I believe Megs over anything that Karen says, but
I
Well,
just,
the other thing too is if you look back on the history of really Meg hasn't gone back and
oh,
forth with Karen. It's always been in defense of Karen because she's doxed her phone number, she's accused her of stuff, and she's lied on her. So she's always come back with this isn't true.
mhm.
Here's this, that, and the other. Um, and just like our last live, we proved Karen's been claiming a lot of things lately that just simply aren't true.
But this is aside from what Pink was originally asking, and I'm not trying to make this about me. And I appreciate the comments. Um, I think we're getting away from the original question. How do we view others, correct, Pink, when they are being supported or support others, when you may not necessarily support them, blocking people, etc.? You're not blocked on my list. Swifty's not blocked on my list. I don't agree with the things that Swifty does. Sometimes I watch it for the shit show. But there are things that you say in your lives, and I'm like, no, Pink, are you kidding me? Open your eyes and look.
I get that.
But I'm not mad at you about it. But there are times that I sit back and I'm like, oh gosh, when is she going to see it? But you're a likable person. So that being said, nobody's going to dislike you because you like somebody. But if it's someone small like myself, people are going to dislike me because I like somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. And please forgive me for putting that extra S on the end of your name. I do it all the time. I call her
She
Meg.
was called
I call her
Gabby's
Meg.
ex mod of the last time we were live. So we've been trying to be like Meg.
Yeah. Yeah. Call her Billy. Just call her Billy.
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 I called everybody. I said it for everybody. The hypocrisy. And if you go back and watch my 2 videos, dang it, I'm pretty sure this goes for everybody. We have now talked about at least 7 different creators on this app for the hypocrisy. But that wasn't her question, dang it.
And
Yeah.
let me just address this comment, Sarah. It isn't about I want you to hate who I hate or who I've had issues with. It's about it being a even playing field all across. If it's not okay for this person over here to do something, it's not okay for this person over here, regardless of how many people like them. It should be an
I
even playing field.
I personally struggle with some people that support Swifty in moments when she is questioning somebody else's essay story. I think that is
Right.
something that is completely vile. And when she is speaking on someone else's story and putting it into question and trying to act like it wasn't real because it didn't happen when she was her friend, it it becomes
Yeah.
a nasty association of that. To me, that is a reflection of somebody's morals and who they are character wise, because I don't think anyone should speak on someone else's story.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was recent that Swifty did that.
Sarah, just because
She
you
literally she we have the video. She did.
Yeah,
She
and it's
did,
really
I
Sarah. It
hard
wasn't
when all
long
these
ago.
people are in the comments and she's speaking on my addiction and my past
Yeah,
history and everything
that as
else,
well.
and they're all clapping or laughing at the jokes that are being made and whatever else.
yes, you
Um,
did.
it gets hard. It's really hard. It really is.
Yeah.
But
I
I don't.
I do agree with you. I don't really know that essay story. So I mean from my perspective, I
Here's
I
Amanda.
guess it is hard to like I hear what you're saying about comparing. It is very, very hard to get two identical situations, but I think for the majority of people, like we would all have a similar opinion of what is below the belt, and talking about past like talking for nefarious reasons about past addiction or trying to out somebody's criminal history or anything, their trauma, their essay, like I would say something about that. Like if I mean I hear you telling me that Swifty did that, I I would say to her, like,
again, let that get off of that. Like that's not fair. Um, I guess that's where. Yeah, so I agree with you, and I do like I look at differently the disputes in this community for the most part as not as egregious as like Kaylee. She freaking goes for the jugular below the belt, like and I
It's tough to
really
watch.
it's
Vile.
awful. I
Vile.
mean, maybe I'm just like, for last night, I literally, these three grandkids like, I really have been trying to pop in and out, and I miss so much, but I, got in a box, and for, what I really wanted to do, because I don't know why this has been like just a sensitive issue, is dispute between Swifty and Tiffany. And, I just really wanted to kind of, have them talk it out. But I did realize after that I really, that's my nature, is to try to resolve things and mediate. But like, I really don't have any business doing that, because I don't know either. I like both of them. They've both been extremely, kind to me and considerate, but I don't know enough that I'm in brokering deal. Although that I do think that is what's needed now. And even though I couldn't agree with you more, that's, like what's in the past, people, if everybody could make that commitment and just start, watching what happens. The only thing I disagree with is, I don't know who said that, like, Gabby's past shouldn't be considered. I do disagree with that, because Gabby, up into the, last minute that she was on this app, she is in that same narcissistic mind frame and only caring about herself. Like, in my opinion, she really doesn't have any redemptive qualities. But yeah, I
Well,
just,
that was my thing was, but if we don't know someone did something in their past 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago, how do we know they're not still doing it? How do we know it's not who they still are because we didn't know about their past? Like, Gabby's still the
Well,
same person, if not a little worse. You know what I'm saying? We can't necessarily say, well, we dig into her past because this, that, and the other hasn't changed,
yeah.
it
but
was
we
just
don't
said the other night
technically
in a
know that
live
about
that somebody's
everybody.
past doesn't matter. Well, if that's the case, what are we even doing here?
I
Yeah.
just want to
I,
I just want to say Amanda here is actually Michelle's best friend who Swifty's
They both used to
story
be
was
my
speaking on.
good
Mhm.
I
friends.
think that's why she had requested,
Yeah,
because
thank
I
you
think people are
for letting me
also
up.
saying that they've never heard her. I guess people that are in the comments that are regularly in her lives are saying they didn't hear that part, but I'm sure Amanda did and can
I
clarify.
mean, I can
Yes,
totally
I
pull the
actually
videos.
I have it on video, exactly of her insinuating that the essay was in fact not real, which I think speaking on anybody's essay, whether you like them or not, is disgusting. I'm not up here to bash Swifty. I just it did happen. I have the recordings. I'll happily send them to Melissa Sue and she can play them for you. I'm getting ready to go into surgery in a couple hours, but I just wanted to come up. Her name is Michelle. She's an amazing person, and it absolutely crushed her what Swifty did. And so, as one of her best friends, I just wanted to come up here and say it happened. I know people are saying it didn't happen, but I literally have it on video. So it's really hard for me to. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean to Amanda's a liar. Okay, Miss Marie, it's on video. So I mean, I don't know unless
Well,
I'm a rogue agent and I can create videos out of my butt. But
Yeah. I think
I'd be
that you use the word insinuate, and that is, most of the time equally as offensive as just coming
Right.
out.
I was
Right.
just about to
exactly.
say that. Sarah's comment.
Somebody doesn't have to come out and say like it didn't happen. They can
Yeah.
insinuate that it didn't happen, and it's just as to me, it is
Yeah.
just as offensive.
hey
Yeah.
Marie, you don't really block her, but I will. Well,
I
I
do.
guess
I
maybe
muted
you
them
will.
for now because if that's all they're going to do is just be like liar, liar, they're not even coming with facts either.
Yeah, I'm
Amanda
just
is
really
offering to
confused how
send
I'm
the
a
video
liar.
to
I've
show the
literally
proof.
never lied about anything, but
Also, Sarah, before she said that, it was in the previous live or the live before that. when she had stated that I can show my messages. This wasn't why, something about why wouldn't we have talked about it in our messages, but it didn't, and I can show that and prove it because that didn't happen when she was still friends with Jess.
Yeah, and it's because it didn't happen when they were still friends. And this is coming from a person that sent, and I don't mean to harp on it, but Michelle was with an abuser and she sent all the group messages of our group messages together, where you just complain about your spouse and stuff like that, just the normal stuff,
Right.
to her abuser and putting her in in a situation for her to get hurt. That's my
Right.
thing. And I don't understand why people just blow over that because that's gross. I would never do that to somebody.
Yeah,
Sarah,
That
thank you for coming
that's
on
another
yesterday.
big thing that I think people should recognize is when they first fell out as friends, Swifty knew that she was in an abusive relationship and intentionally sent those messages to her abuser
Right.
as a jab at her.
Because she was
Like,
mad.
Yeah, she was live when Swifty sent the text to all the group, like the screenshots to Michelle's ex. Like we were live and he like acted all fine on the phone, but we were freaked out. Myself and Evelyn were on the phone with her later that night because she wanted us in her pocket in case something happened because she was scared. So I have a hard time having sympathy for somebody that did something like that. Does that make
yeah,
sense? Hi, Sarah. I know you don't like me, so go ahead.
yeah. I'm not looking at the comments, so tell me if I need to know something. But I hear you, and I was just before you said that, I was about to say that, I was talking about below the belt. Like there's some really egregious things. But I also feel that people, I try to give people a pass for really exploding, saying foul things, when they feel betrayed or hurt or whatever. I usually, try to look for a pattern of that behavior, and then I'm deciding that, that's where my moral compass, jumps in, and I rarely block people, but I won't even speak. But I hear you. I mean, if that's all true, that's not acceptable.
and I think that's like with any of this stuff, it's if she won't take accountability for those things, to me, that's not changed behavior either. And that's where I personally don't give people passes is when they can't admit to their past. If they're not that person or they were going through whatever, or if they're sorry for it, they should be able to admit they were wrong to even move on. And
Yeah,
that
I
just
do want to
doesn't seem to be
apologize to
happening.
Sarah for saying you don't like me, so go ahead. I was assuming, which obviously makes an ass out of me, because you are like, a Swifty person. I apologize for that.
That's actually what I wanted to say. Just because I'm Jessica's friend doesn't mean that I don't want to hear this side. Jessica and I have disagreed on many things, and when we do, we have adult conversations and I say, "Hey, I don't stand with this. I don't like it." And we move on. We discuss it. We discuss why I might not like it, or maybe she doesn't like something that I do, but we discuss it and we move on. And I was getting ripped apart in the comments. I have never heard this before, so that's why I just wanted to say I was here, and that's why I was asking questions, and none of them were malicious in any way. That's why I asked if it was insinuated or did she state it. I just, that was it. I'm sorry. I will leave. I apologize.
I do apologize. I did not
Mom
mean to
said she was
come.
gonna send Melissa to
Start
the video.
when I talk about Swifty, sometimes I can get a little, heated just from, the stuff that happened. It's not you. I have nothing against you. I do apologize. But I am going to send the videos to Melissa Sue so she can play them. And then people can decide if it was insinuated or whatever. Because I'm going to drop down. I appreciate you guys letting me up just to speak that. I hope you guys have a good day.
I hope you're okay.
Thank you. Have a good day.
I'm gonna drop as well. Again, I'm just here trying to listen because I wanted to hear the reasons. That was it. I just wanted to hear that. That was all. I haven't been around. Like, I found Jess this summer. I love her. I think she's hilarious. Again, there are things that I don't agree with, but I love her. She has become a very dear friend to me. But that doesn't mean that maybe she hasn't done things in her past that maybe she does owe an apology for, but I don't know that unless I'm here, if there is proof, if that
Yeah,
What
makes
about
Sarah.
sense.
currently, though, when you're sitting in the comments along with her while she is talking on people's past sobriety or anything of the sort, and you're
Melissa,
keeping it
I
away
have
with her?
never heard her
I
talk
have it
about
right here.
That's fine. You might, but I've never heard her talk about it. I have been you can hear me last night in her live. I will listen to her for about 5-10 minutes and then I fall asleep. I put my phone under my pillow and I fall asleep. I will be in that live from the beginning of it till the end of it, but I may not be awake. I'll wake up sometimes and I will like send hearts or something just to let her know that I'm there, but I fall asleep a lot. I apologize, but I
I'm just
apologize if
saying you were
you
in it.
think that
I'm just
I'm.
saying you were in there actively in the comments while she is doing it. You were in there when she was talking about me, and then you were
Was
actually
she talking
messaging
about
me.
your recovery, Melissa?
Yes, absolutely, she
I
was.
do not remember her ever talking about your recovery.
Well,
Ever.
why don't we take a brief moment and Melissa Sue, I'm sure, can send over some proof, and maybe that's a
And I'm
discussion
not
for.
telling you that you can't be friends with her. I'm just saying don't say that you don't know or it wasn't in there when you were.
Okay, hang on.
Well,
Let
I'm
me
dropping because I'm
Sarah, hang on.
I can't do
Sarah,
this.
hang
I'm not
on.
one of the people that get in boxes to do things like this. I understand, Melissa, so your feelings are valid, but my mom passed away a year ago from addiction, and I would never, ever allow somebody to speak like that and just cheer them on about it.
Yeah.
I didn't say
Okay?
you were cheering her on. I didn't
Hang
say
on.
that.
Hang on, Sarah. I think you and I are from a very similar position with Jess because she's been so kind. But I have two more comments, and I'm going to drop and let somebody else talk. But here's how I feel. I heard the statement that was made about watching. If somebody doesn't admit to something, that's not change behavior. While I agree with that, I also understand it takes so much courage to publicly just admit to things and apologize. It does. Sometimes I think that maybe privately is good enough, and if you stand 10 toes down on doing those below the belt things, that's not okay. But I guess I really appreciate all the feedback. Here's where I stand. I I am going to continue supporting all of you, supporting Jet, supporting everyone really. But I am going to make a commitment that, like, when I feel somebody is going to go below the belt, I will be commenting that. Um, and I guess that's just for me to judge then somebody doesn't just take note of that kind of advice, then, I'll just quietly step away. But I just want you to,
Sorry, Pink.
no,
Sorry.
that's okay. That's kind of where I stand. I guess maybe because I
Videos.
want people to peacefully coexist, because I think everybody, to some level or another, that within this community that we've formed, does have one similar mission when it came down to Gabby and all of everything that she has caused on this. But I think for me at least, I just need to, when things do hit my moral compass below the belt, I'll just speak to them about it and try to stop it. That's really the only thing I personally myself can do.
I agree, Pink. Whenever I am in Jessica's live, and I want y'all to go back and watch them. If I am awake and there's something Jess says that's out of line, please look, because I will type in capital letters, Jess, watch your mouth. And that's an inside joke between us, because I'm thinking, hey, take a step back a little bit, just as a friend, because if I was doing something that I feel like I would want somebody to tell me, I guess. I don't know, but I have got to jump down because I didn't even mean to jump in a box and be this long. I apologize.
Thank you for coming.
I hope that everybody could just get along, because holy moly, this has been draining. And I know it's been draining for everybody. And let me just say this. I hope that everybody is okay. I don't care whose side you're on. I just hope you're okay, because I know how draining it has been for so many people mentally. It's been hard to know who you can trust, and that drains you mentally. It's been hard to know if your friends are really your friends, and that drains you mentally. So please just try to check in with yourself. I've thought about this a lot today, and it's been heavy on me. So just, I hope you're okay. All right, I'm gonna go.
I'm not gonna say
So
this.
let me
Yo,
just say this real quick. This is not about us trying to get you guys to not like somebody. This is exactly what we're trying to. You like who you like, but people sitting on apps and lying, and then calling other people out for lying or for the stuff they're doing. That's what we're calling out, regardless of who you like and who you don't like. I don't give a shit, honestly.
It's okay
I've
for
been,
one person
yeah.
to do something, but it's not okay for another person to do something.
those are
Exactly. And you all want to see the or you all want to see the video. Sorry, you all want to see the videos, right? So that's what we're getting here, because you guys don't believe that it didn't happen when it did.
I just want to point out really fast, and I'm sorry to cut anybody off. We all agreed before we came up here that we are not showing videos, we are not showing screenshots, we are not doing anything. If other people want to hold their own lives about different things, that is on them to do. But we agreed amongst the four of us that we weren't going to do that here.
Can I ask you a question? And not,
Of course.
I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I just feel like this is just my opinion, and I'm sure some others feel the same. Is since you have such a big Halloween and everybody adores you, don't you feel like you have some sort of responsibility for some of this, some of the misinformation that's going around? And it's just a question.
Do I have some responsibility? That's all I heard.
For
Do you mean for
some of the misinformation that's going around?
um?
Because my feeling is when you say in my opinion or allegedly, people are running with that, don't you think? Because Pink said this. You know what I mean?
Let me see.
Because
Let
I
me.
just take you for your
Let me.
word.
No, that's an absolute fair question.
I'm not spreading misinformation. I'm saying that's how it can get spread. Like people are saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
people in the
I
comments calm down for a second? She's asking respectfully, and Pink's not even sounding offended by it. Like, she's directly
not at all.
asking her, just
Can I ask you? Are you mostly talking about my last live or all along?
Well, mostly the last live, but the thing that bothers me is just you're so set and like the child's not there, but we don't know that, right? We don't know that for a fact. I mean, and if you do, you do. But I'm just saying, the majority of we don't, and I don't think that's any of our business if he is.
I guess
we do know. How do we not? I don't know.
I get it. It is a totally fair question. It is a totally fair question, and that, like, I have never felt so much pressure to give people information while the 24 hours before that live that I held, I really.
Guys, I'm not coming at her.
I'm gonna say that again.
Oh, people are saying stuff. I'm just saying I'm not coming at you. It was the only.
You're not coming at me at all. So I'm not reading the comments. So, absolutely not. I welcome. I am very open to constructive criticism always, and I'm trying to explain this, I guess, the best way I can. I have obviously I have a source or two.
And that's somebody you completely trust?
I have a source that I want to say 2 days, 48 hours, 24 hours before the last live that I held. I really I've really started to be concerned, I guess, in how people were getting information. I trusted them, but let's face it, might not have been illegal, but maybe, access wasn't used properly. So I was really struggling with that. I tried to present it in a way sort of to protect sources and what they may or may not have done. And I truly don't believe that I gave any information. And I know I'm just talking in circles right now, and it's probably not
No, I get what you're
it's probably
saying.
not acceptable to your question, but your question is so fair. It is absolutely fair. And and just to the point that, yeah, a lot of people just go with what, believe me. I mean, I feel like I have credibility, and
See, this is
it's
where I have
really,
a problem.
it weighed on my mind that people wanted information. I have credibility. Jesus, like what is the goal here? Like, what am I doing? I don't know. I just, it's such a fair question.
I get
We
what you're
ask for people to show proof. We ask for people to come with their
Yes.
receipts. And we're constantly being told that Big Banks over here in the chat is saying that you can't provide proof right now. But we expect proof from everybody else except for, well, I understand that you're not allowed to show proof right now, or it's not available to show because we're still working on something on the back end. Why is it so important that you can't do this, but it's important for others to have to do it?
Yeah, you nailed it right there. You absolutely nailed it right there. Is that I shouldn't be speaking without providing you proof. Like, I think you just summarized you just summarized it right there, and you're absolutely right.
So it's
I
difficult for
understand
the
why
rest.
you're not. And you're not because you're vetting it still, or whatever the case may be. I understand that and I respect that. But and on the other hand, maybe not talk about it either. You know what I mean?
Yes, you are spot on. So if anybody's disagreeing with you in the comments, they're right. They're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. You're
I
absolutely
think a
right.
lot of people are running with different things. They're saying, "Oh, well, I heard it here and I heard it there," and they're just taking it, and it's literally turned into that game of telephone where one thing is said and it's twisted. Like it started off with a dog and now it's a freaking elephant.
You're
And
you're
it goes
right.
back to the $1,000 from Artsy. Who even started that rumor?
I
I don't even know. I don't even care.
Right.
Things get said and then ran with. And then you have lives held about them and people speaking on them as if it's fact.
You're right.
And that ruins people. Like that's not, I don't know.
And I understand that Pink has credibility and she's never lied about anything, but there are other small creators on this app whom have also not lied, but they're not believed. Yeah. So is it because of the amount of followers that Pink has that everybody's just like, yep, she doesn't have to show proof, but this is the hypocrisy that we're all talking about. It only applies to certain people. Well, who were those certain people and why not others?
You guys are nailing it, because I wasn't even thinking that when I was talking about hypocrisy, like it's me, I'm being the hypocrite.
I'm sorry.
But I hear you. And it was really, like I said, I felt pressure, but that's my own fault for, trying to deliver what I knew to be were facts, but offering up no proof all along. And certainly like, it just was, it was time to say, like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I do think, things are locked down for a reason. And I don't know if that's because, there was actual leaks and, Gabby's, legal, or the family's, legal advisors took measures, or if it's other reasons or not. But maybe subconsciously, I knew that I was being a hypocrite for not being able to actually show proof, but I didn't realize that. So you all pointed it out to me right now. But nevertheless, I did say, like, I'm going over, like, we're going to do some cat content, and I'm still interested in following, but I got to step out of that role of.
And I'm sure it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot for you to have taken in with all the stuff that you're getting thrown at you. I'm sure you're getting thrown with all stuff. And guys, we're not saying that she's dishonest or anything or spreading misinformation. That's not what was said.
Yeah, and honestly, I was using the words allegedly just as a CYA for myself, my source, like. And that was the only way. That was the only way I knew to share information without, throwing a source under the bus. But you all are 100% right in calling me out. You are. You really are.
That's something, like, I do want to make sure people, especially in the chat, understand. It wasn't about calling out Pink. It's about the whole shebang. Like, we all watched those hours and hours last night of an absolute shit show of this person needs to show this proof to prove their innocence and prove they're not lying, but they're also still a liar even when they show it. And it's just like,
yes,
this whole forcing people to show things and not others, but we're believing some people without proof, but not other. Like, it's all a mess and it's all unnecessary.
Yeah,
All, like,
last night, and I put in the comment. I mean, I was in and out, but I put
you
in
want
the
to summarize last night for everybody? Because I think we're all
Me?
still fucking confused. Yeah, sure.
No,
Anybody understand it? I don't.
No, I put it, and I like Tiffany, and I have been talking to Brittany. I mean, like I like all of the people involved in this, but I wasn't really, I heard about the 1,000, but I was trying last night to figure out like, this was more about the people and their roles and what they said and did. But I put in the comments a couple times. I mean, I understand trying to get to the bottom of where did it surface, but when I heard Gabby told Megs to, like, why are we debating this? Like, that is exactly the type of thing that Gabby might put out in the universe just to piss people off. Like,
yeah,
this is.
For me, it became, regardless even of where it began, the whole problem was that everyone that repeated it were spreading information without facts. Like, there was zero proof. So, like, everybody has to accept whatever part they played, regardless to who lied to them about it. Because if we were running on facts of things and having receipts, the rumor would have just came to a stop, like, as soon as it ended up in a DM or wherever it started.
Yeah. The only thing, and maybe I missed it, and I didn't even get a chance to message Tiffany, but the one part that I had tuned into where she was looking for a screenshot, I think I asked in the comments, but she didn't see it, is does somebody have a screenshot of an actual cash transaction? Is that what she was shown, or Meg showed? Like, that was my only question. Is that what we were looking for?
Yeah, that's what she was looking for.
I've never seen it, and I feel like something like that would have been blasted everywhere on TikTok.
Yeah.
If there had been a screenshot of a transaction.
Yeah. I think she's still looking for it. I mean, I'm being snarky right now.
That's okay. I mean, I respect, like, thanks for being just, like, blatantly straight with me, and I'm really not saying that in a sarcastic way. Like, I was feeling that all along. And I still feel very, I guess I felt very strongly in trying to answer that question of, is he home or not? Like,
I think
I
that's
guess
kind
that
of
was,
the problem of the community is they do demand that from everyone. Like,
Thank you for being like gracious and honest.
yeah,
Like, because I was nervous to ask you that.
I'm sure your DMs have been like insanity this whole time you've been streaming and stuff. And I think that's the thing is people do have so much
Yeah.
respect for you because of the way you've held yourself throughout of it that
And I don't think she did any. She did, guys. I'm not saying she did anything wrong. I'm
yeah, no.
just, oh my, for God's sake.
We're having an adult conversation, and I feel as
Yeah.
though it's going very well. We're not saying that we don't like pink. We're not saying we're showing pink one thing. If other people want to come up in the box, we'll be happy to just have a nice conversation with them as well.
and if anybody is going to message me about how I've been treated, I'm going to message you right back and say, you're full of BS. Like this here is, this is raw and real conversation, unlike Gabby's book. This is being forthright and truthful and calling people out on things. And I mean, I still feel like there's different levels of hypocrisy. Like, I don't think, like I said earlier, there's not one situation that is, or one word or one accusation or one, criticism that is equal to others necessarily, but the proof, the receipts, that definitely is something that this community should be focused on. And I do listen. Megs, with the plural, I spoke to her on the phone for 3 hours and messages, and I mean, it so much of it was just like a mind fuck. I felt like she was, and I really don't know how, like, what extent what she provided Villain and Feisty and all of that. I don't know, but my takeaway was that she was still carrying a message, what Gabby wanted people to hear. And I think last night that was another thing that traced back, like, Gabby was the source that was putting things out that she wanted people to know. And I think it's continued that way too, except for the first time, I think Gabby, like, she just can't pretend that everything is absolutely fine at this point. So I think she's voluntarily choosing things to drift out there. But we're at the point where there are no receipts, there are no more sources. We just can't run with anything. Like, we just can't. We can't. And I don't mean people can't debate and wonder and speculate, but if somebody's going to come on here, like me in my position, when I am very much humbled by the people that just, like, really aren't, there's so many people just not even, that didn't start in this Drama Twins community, that just have engaged in all the debate and lives and discussion. But yeah, it's at the point where I don't have any business. I don't have a source anymore, and I have no business even saying allegedly in what I believe. But I think I'm heading into farm country, and I think I lose my service here. But I very much appreciate all of you. I owe you some gratitude and thanks for, like, really clarifying in my mind what the discontent I was feeling. So
Thank you so much for coming up.
no, I respect all of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Drive
Thank you.
safely.
Drive safe.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, thank you for coming in. Like that's, but see, that's a conversation, and like I know people were mad, like, but
So mad.
that was a conversation. Like nobody was trying to like throw shit at the other. Like
Right. We didn't
it
have to
was
name
really just an
call.
adult
We didn't have to
conversation.
yell.
Nobody got
It,
called herpes. Like, calm down.
right.
Sorry, like that was just an adult conversation. Like these are the that's the way discussions and like things should be happening, and that's not what's happening anywhere. We're literally the screaming is constant everywhere, and it doesn't get anywhere. And when it all comes back to opinions and whatever, like it's not. I don't know why people get mad about a conversation, but not about somebody being called herpes. I don't know. Like I still can't get past. Like I don't understand. I don't know why. If we're adults, we're adults. We should be able to use our words.
The
Right.
hypocrisy.
Right. And that it goes back to if we go back to the $1,000, okay? Since that rumor came out, you look at the lives since then and the amount of people who've talked bad about Artsy, the amount of people who've called her names, the amount of people who've mentioned it in their lives and been nasty. And it was over what? A rumor. So much comes, cycles down, like falls down the chain, and it continues a cycle. And that's nobody fact checked, nobody, they just accepted people's words because they were what, popular or liked or a bigger creator.
I also want to
And
make sure I'm about to drive, but so I'm going to be quiet after that. But I want people to know that Melissa did state that when she came in on her Lord Splitter account in the box, that she would be posting the video of Swifty saying that to that account, to the Lord Splitter page. So anyone that was wanting to see that video, that is the page she said she will be posting it on.
I don't know if all these people want in the boxes, but if you don't, we can let you down. Well,
There's
never mind.
Melissa on Lord Splitter. It's loading.
Where I don't see her.
She's in the comments on Lord Splitter, the little nugget picture, and she says it's loading.
Oh, okay. The video is uploading. So if you want to see it, go to her page. Go to that Lord Splitter. That's where that's going to be. Reason we didn't show it here is because we said we weren't going to show it here. Well, any videos here in the beginning. We didn't know that was gonna come up. We didn't talk to her beforehand. Just something that evolved. So you can go over there, leave your comments over there, talk about it over there. Whatever. I think you're gonna get a lot of people coming over there, Melissa.
I have to go. I guess I have to go adult again and actually have a life, like some people say that I don't.
Take the
But
dog.
I appreciate you guys having me. I appreciate the gifts that were given, which were unnecessary, but much, much appreciated. Thank you guys for listening. Whether or not you agreed or not, I'll see you on these TikTok streets. Be safe, don't trip and fall, and be kind to one another.
the gifts are off. Those are people following you.
I have no gifts, but I am still parumpa pum pum.
For the record, gifts were off. They were off.
Oh, that was great.
Right, right.
Well, I did get some tiny dinies down in the chat there, so thank you
Oh
for the
yeah, we
little
did.
tiny.
Yeah.
Don't forget our gifts down there. Thank you guys so much.
I got some galaxies and some lions and some giraffes.
Yeah, I saw some giraffes come in. That's absolutely right. Thank you guys so much, and thanks for having me, Salty.
Okay,
Well,
it is uploaded. on there, and I apologize. I didn't know about the whole you guys about the video thing.
Well, it's
Um,
okay. We just
No,
need
you don't
to.
have to apologize for that.
yeah.
We had just decided that because we didn't want uh
Nope, I understand. Yeah. But I did have it
we didn't
uploaded on
want
there. And for those that are one, she absolutely did say that she lied. So it is in the video on there, and I will find the ones where she is talking about my addiction, past addiction, and everything else, and I will upload them as well.
There you all
But
go.
yeah, she absolutely did say that she lied. She made up a story. So you don't see it yet. Hold on. It might's got to be approved, so give it a couple more minutes.
Just want to say thank you for everybody that came in. We appreciate it. All the feedback, conversations, whatnot.
Yeah, give it a couple minutes, but probably got to go through the approval thing, but it is uploaded, so we're not like, just because we don't like somebody doesn't mean we're going to make up stories about them, especially when it comes to something like this. I originally fell out with Swifty because she is under the impression that I purposely platformed a troll that was going after her when I didn't. He was trolling me at the same time, and I got him in my box and was asking him, what the fuck is your problem? The only thing that I shouldn't have done was send him over to her page. I should have just left it, and because I said, if you have a problem with her, why are you coming over here? Go over there. I should have just left it, and that's it. But she thinks that I purposely platformed him, and I didn't. I didn't know who the hell he was
That's a
until
normal
that
thing to
day.
say, though. That's a normal response. Like, why bring it to you? Take it to her. You know, take it to whoever.
I mean, that's pretty much what it was. It's like, why are you coming for me when you have an issue with her?
Right.
And so then after that, and I even messaged her. I said, I didn't know who he was. I am so sorry that happened and everything else. And she purposely ignored it. And then finally messaged me back, said, I don't have time to read all that right now. I'll read it later. And then finally, I gave up, and I ended up blocking her because she started talking mad smack. And so that was why her and I fell out. So when I post my videos, you're going to see that people are in there in the comments saying that Meg, they started going after Meg first, saying that she sits with me and I was disgusting and platformed this nasty troll to attack her and her family, when that wasn't even the case. It wasn't the case at all. He was also trolling me and saying nasty stuff about me as well. So we're not going to be sorry. It's just, it's on the Lord Splitter one. Let me come back in the comments. It's just, like, don't just listen to one side. I had no issues with her, and I didn't even have issues with her after that.
Let's not get says it's up.
Is it up?
She said it's up.
Okay, I just
Can
came
you
in.
watch it, Lip Smacker? Follow that account, Lord Splitter, right there. It says hi. That's Melissa. That's where the video is.
Yeah, that's where the video is. The one of her saying that Michelle was lying about her essay, and then I'll post the rest of them. The ones I have where she just starts talking about me, talking about how I need to clean my house because, my ex was bitter and posted pictures of my house from a long time ago.
Go ahead and put that back on. Swifty just said the other night, the past doesn't matter, but she is using Melissa's past against her as a weapon when it's the past. She herself said people's past doesn't matter.
Oh, it's because you're blocked, Wednesday. I don't know why you would have been blocked, but I just unblocked you. I don't know, but you're unblocked.
You always go on a backup and watch them. That's what I do if I'm blocked.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I don't usually use that account. I actually had it deactivated for a very long time, and I just reactivated it again. But there you go. Yeah, like I just want it to be done. I just, I don't go on here. I don't talk about people. The only people that I have talked about, would be Gabby and them, and I've stopped. I've really stopped. No, you shouldn't be. No, you're not. It says follow back. So, like I don't and I won't.
Right, guys. I think we're good here.
Yeah. Yep, I'll post those other ones later because people want to see them. I don't want to continue to keep this going. That's not my intentions. But since people are saying that it didn't happen, I don't want, and just the same with other people, they don't want to be accused of being a liar when stuff did actually happen.
Right.
So,
all right, everybody.
all right, have a good day.
Have fun.
Bye.
Go for some grass, go for a walk, go for a swim. Go get some fresh air. Bye.
Touch some grass.